Start the stream. All right, so we're officially being able to be heard.
What level am I supposed to be?
Level 4. Or did we get to 5? No. Check the quests. Go on the right-hand side, go to campaign, and then go to quests, and it should tell you.
Survive the crash. Advanced level 4. What level? Level up.
So anyways, what I'll do is I'll run us through a quick little recap of what happened. And then we'll just start getting jiggy with it. No. All right, so I'm going to go over to...
Mark just left for work like a half an hour ago, so that...
Oh, she might be here. Cool. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so, Victor, in images, there are 2 specific images that I'm going to show you, but I want you to know that they're there. And this is what I was talking about when it comes to this Graceful Saloon Season 1 Recap 1 and 2. And this is everything you need to know about Season 1 that you've played most of, but anything that you missed is going to be there too.
Alright, so I need...
Wait, that I've played most of. I've only done 1 session.
No, you've done like 3 sessions.
I have not. I have done 1 session.
He only did the one when we all fucking...
So how did you make it into the engine room? Because the start of an engine room, the starting fight of the engine room was the first start of a campaign or a session.
I joined.
Yeah.
And I talked to the dwarven blacksmith guy because we were trying to find out why people were disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Mark says 8 minutes ago, Sam's mom showed up to the house. So.
All right, so we'll just go as if she's not coming.
He said, "I just checked the room."
Yeah, but anyways, instead of arguing how many sessions there's been, it don't matter. Anyways, everything that happened is on that.
Yeah, literally. So I was only here for the sandworm part, the alchemy sets. I haven't seen the Book of Thoth until just now.
Okay, great. But let me get into this just so I can get him caught up. So what you're looking at under Recap Season 1 is basically anything the characters have learned of note. So most of these are journal entries that they researched in books in the library. But when it comes to the Alchemy Atlas in the top right, that is everything that you can craft potions out of, and that gives you kind of an idea on what's in the world. How to make potions is described in the Echo Lab. How to make potions. That is the dark green one. The black one is the Solly Forge that teaches you how to craft.
That's the one I found. I remember that.
Yeah, and the Seer Conference is whenever Machiavelli and the Tieflings were getting you guys to start helping, and down on the bottom were just 2 things that were like from specific quests that could be of importance. And the rest is just images on items you found. All right, so you can close that window. Anything on season or recap 2 is going to be this one. And this is just giving you kind of like a, oh yeah, that's right. This is what all the characters look like that you've seen before.
I did not get a season. Oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah, you got to wait for me to do it.
I heard
we're level 5.
4 is what I was just told.
Okay.
Are you level 4, Honky?
I was only level 2.
I'm also level 2.
What?
But I'm...
What?
I've only done 1 session.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Honky. How could you played so many times and only be level 2?
Because
level yourself up to level 4.
Okay, well that's what I did. I leveled myself up to level 4.
Yeah, do it. So, and then if you have any questions about what you're seeing here, I'm more than willing to answer. So you got like the 3 main faction leaders up at the top. You got Paladin Keurig, you got the Zeppelin you're riding on, you got the whole first map down in the bottom right corner, which have active pieces that we can move around and roleplay on, but now the Zeppelin's dead and gone, so that map doesn't exist anymore. But that kind of gives you a heads up. So what ended up happening is, whenever everybody went into the engine room, they fought their way all the way to the end, and what ended up happening is after they killed everybody, they found out that there was a flower that Brian's character Jaladri got from a little street rat girl, and it turned out to be a changeling that was following the group along. And what ended up happening is that they damaged the ship to the point where it was going to crash. They made it to the wall of Packet Moor. Packet Moor is a place where there's like a big, large barrier wall that protects Talmaria from the rest of the world, and you need like special tools to be able to get through it, and the Zeppelin was one of them. So they managed to keep it afloat long enough to crash through the hole and make it to the other side past the sandworms. Whenever that happened, that was a session, and then the next session that happened was the one that you missed last time with Ginger introducing herself to the group. She was the one that actually found the Zeppelin crashing, and this is an image of that. So she was able to witness the whole thing crashing, and you find out that she's actually a seer operative that's been living in the wastes for quite a long time.
Okay, who's in the picture?
That's Ianthe. That's going to be her character.
Or as Drunk Steve calls her, Auntie.
So what ended up happening is throughout the course of time, she stayed far away from them to kind of watch their behavior, and she eventually introduced herself to the group and is basically trying to help them at a sheer pity because they just were through like a traumatic event, and she's trying to get everybody to home base where she lives to kind of get away from the sun. So in order to do that, they had to crawl through a bunch of cave systems to be able to get to the passing point between a small farming village and her base. And there was a couple of new characters that were introduced. And one was... Where are we at here?
So I'm going to ask a meta question.
So this person here was introduced. And this person is Ma'at. So this person was walking through the... village, talking to the villagers and asking them if they would like to set their soul for judgment. And an old lady, or a young man of the age of 17 said yes, and he had his soul judged. This person put up the weights, and you saw like a representation of the person's soul being weighed against an unknown object. And it clicked towards the soul, and he said, "This is a great man. Congratulations. You're of pure spirit." And he walks off. And then then an older lady by the age of like 60 or 70 comes up and does the same thing, only this time the scales fail, and he takes her soul. And she falls as a husk on the floor, and everybody in the town started to clap. So what ended up happening is another character walked out from one of the buildings to give report, and it was this person. I'm hard as a rock for this one.
Oh, me too.
Bam. So it's like a very sexy woman with 3 pet cats. And
also cat-esque.
And also cat-esque. And this person walks up to the chick and starts saying that something that the group didn't hear. But one of the group did hear it, but they're not allowed to disclose it. And basically it was them trying to dodge through the crowd of people, everybody, to get through the crowd of people around the cats and escape the city without being detected. And now they're traveling again, and basically all they were able to see past that was this. So as they were approaching Ianthe's home, this is what you see. So this is where base camp is.
It's in Arizona.
Yeah, pretty well.
That's where that's at.
Yeah. And this is Ianthe's home, where the rest of the story ends, and that's where the session ended, which is coming to you now.
So I have a sling, and like when they say a sling,
Bam.
I'm not talking like a what you want to call it, a slingshot, right? They're talking like just a band of leather that I put a rock in.
Yeah.
Before you finish your question, have you looked in the rule books to see if whatever you're saying is possible? That's my first question.
First of all, that is what a sling is. A sling and a slingshot are
Right.
two different things.
Yeah. That's why I was just wanting to make sure. But I wouldn't understand why I wouldn't be able to put it around their neck to try to choke them the fuck out with it.
I mean, that's fair. It's literally just a piece of leather on a string.
Right, like it's a belt.
All right,
I think
so
it's more of like a leather bowl kind of cup thing. Like it's not really like.
True.
right on. So that's kind of where we're at with the story. So you met a couple of new characters, you made it to a safe location, and this is basically the beginning of the Graceful Saloon now. This is your first hub world.
He says,
Okay.
"Open rule books to see if you're
That was
allowed."
information overload, but we're gonna figure it out as we go along.
But yeah, if you need any more explanation, the live stream is there for you to watch in a condensed version. So, bam. Alrighty, so now I need to get some character tokens on this bitch.
It's been so long. I don't remember what I was doing with my character.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you lost all of your Echo Lilies.
Yeah, that is one thing you're gonna have to take out of your inventory.
I don't even think I had. I don't even think I had one, or I might have had one. So I'm not too upset by it because at that time I don't think we even knew what we were doing with them yet.
All right, am I missing? Oh, yeah, I need Jaladri and Nikolai. Bam.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, I don't like it when I hate it when he turns that cam off. Literally. Huh?
Huh?
Oh, it's just the random noises of Kote. I was wondering what that was. What's up,
That's
man?
my voice making words.
Oh, I hear was that. I'm like, what? I thought it was somebody talking, and I was like, oh, it's Kote.
What are you doing? Did you get D&D rolling?
Yep, we're all.
What's up, Brian? What's up,
we're-
Honky? What's up, whoever the third person is? Where the fuck is it? Jack? No,
Honk.
it's me. What's up, me?
Rude.
Oh, it's Victor. What's up, Victor? Hey, wait, Honky's not here.
Honky just
you, Honky.
Honky just disappeared for a second.
Yeah, the lengths I go to for D&D. Got up this morning after like fucking 3.5 hours of sleep. Nearly went fucking ballistic at work.
And I hate you.
Sleep deprived, fucking angry myself. Ended up going to bed at 1 o'clock for like 2 hours, getting back up, starting work again. Can make the scourge noise from StarCraft, but it won't. It'll make the microphone flip.
All right. All right. So Kote is now in the cam, so I'm gonna have to rearrange shit.
I'm probably not gonna set it up.
No, I have to because your name is in there and it changed the size of all the windows.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've been at work all day. I'm in a fucking ratty bathrobe and fucking got like my hair and a hair elastic. Not today.
All right.
Are you trying to impress somebody on the cam?
No, if I did that, I'd fucking.
Are you coming back on cam? Because that should fix
not gonna
everything
say it.
there, Hunky.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to kick me off the cams.
The problem is I don't want to see myself.
It's like when you play video games and the black screen shows up and you can see yourself and you're like, what have I done with my life?
Oh, dude. You know what the worst about that is that when the black screen shows up, I can see all the fucking shit that's been flung on my computer screen and how badly I need to clean it.
I know, isn't it terrible?
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm looking through that shit. And then the black screen goes away. And I'm like, no, it's fine.
It's
not
that
even
bad.
do
All the
anything about it.
All the colors make it not
I have
so
the same
bad.
thing with like glasses.
Oh, Brian, you was talking about that anti-glare thing. What if you got like that computer thing that like the banks and like offices use and put it over your screen? You know what I'm talking about?
Man, that's a
Yeah, I
fucking
know what
flashback. I haven't seen one of those in years.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
My bank still uses them.
Well, I mean, you live in like 2004.
Dude, I swear
Midwest is like 15 years behind.
we just got to 2012, bro. I swear to it.
Okay,
And that's like
we're
in the
back
big
to
city.
normal.
Like where I'm at, it's like 1998.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna roll through your town with like a Prius or something like that. It's gonna be a pitchfork mob.
Somebody bought one. It was a teacher that used to work here. So they no longer work in our town.
He ran them out of town for owning an electric car.
All right. All right, let's get moving there, peeps.
Fucking faggot.
Okay, so we're on stream, so there's that. Thank you very much for that.
They do say that.
Yeah, what's great is I don't want you to say it.
This is an 18 and over stream.
Really isn't. All right, anyway.
It should be.
All right, just let me know when everybody's on and ready to go.
Question?
Have you not started yet?
Trying.
Sean,
Yo.
Fuck.
is this map accurate?
Depends on which one you're looking at. Are you looking at the Sandhaven one?
Ow.
To beds and stuff on it? And all of our characters?
Yeah. This is where we ended the
So
stream
everything
last
on that
time.
map is... Oh no, I'm just asking if everything, like, here is actually there.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go towards the chest, and you'd be like, what chest?
Yeah, no, we'll say everything's there.
Okay, cool. Then I'm good to go. You just let me know.
Cool beans. Everybody else good?
And I'll let you know.
I think so. I'm still trying to
Give you the
level up my
respect I
character.
shut off Elden Ring.
What I was doing.
Yeah, Benjamin and I started Elden Ring last night. We played it for like 6 hours.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There was something weird about multitasking. Can't do it, or like you have to find a book for it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it has to be something that we own.
Okay. Well, then for now, I won't deal with that. I will just.
Plus, the only way, there's a specific way you have to cross-class in this game if you want to. So we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, I remember it being something about books.
Yeah, you have to find the tomes in order to be able to cross-class.
Oh. Well, my dude's definitely a barbarian ranger.
Well, he's a ranger. We'll talk about the rest of that later.
Well,
Most
that's
people
what I'm
just
saying.
shoot
That's
the
what I'm
arrows.
saying.
He really shoots the arrows.
Yeah, he thinks he's a barbarian, but really he's just.
All right, so pretty well.
It's gonna be like a
Go ahead.
be like a Mr. Furious thing where like he thinks he's a barbarian, but he's just getting like really like angry.
You know what barbarians do?
All right, so as you guys come in with Ianthe, she kind of shows you, just kind of like beckons you to go in and take a quick look around. You notice that it's a very well-kept area. There doesn't seem to be any sand or anything that's in this place, so it looks like it's protected from the elements pretty well. Ianthe just kind of struggles with herself and walks over to the corner and starts rummaging through some paper and her desk and stuff in this back corner, and she's looking like she's like locking up all her goods.
Probably a pretty good idea. Am I to understand that you're playing Ianthe right now?
She's going to be like a passive NPC for the moment.
Okay, well, I just have a couple of questions because we're in her place.
Sure.
I swear to fuck if my neighbors are going off tonight, I'm gonna kill them. You little bit. Who are you? What's going on here? How do you know what the fuck is going on? Like, what was up with the cats? I'm the only one that's curious about the cats.
She kind of looks and she kind of shrugs in your general direction and just says, I've never claimed to understand this land, and throughout my entire life I've been here for a while, but they all seem crazy to me.
Okay, cool. So I'm not crazy. Cool. Thank you. That's all I needed. Thank you. I'm good.
And she kind of gives a bow. She's like, go take rest if you want. There's water in the back, albeit not very much. And she kind of just like keeps to herself sitting in the corner.
Well then. Is there anything we can do for you as a thanks, or?
She seems pretty indifferent. She's like contemplating that she made the wrong decision bringing you guys here. But with how the conversation went before between you and her, you can kind of tell that she's no danger to you. That's really all you know.
Alrighty then.
All right, so what I'm going to get Nikolai, I need you to roll me a perception check, s'il vous plaît.
Ooh, I can do that. Perception. Nailed it.
So you, as you're kind of like sparring around, looking, you're kind of like shadow boxing as you walk around the entire area with your monk skills. And you kind of notice off to the distance there's a table that's kind of excluded from the other ones down where the weapons rack is on the bottom left pillar. And you can actually see a sheet of paper lying there on the floor.
Oh, well, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Read it and pick it up and see what's going on.
Okay, and this is what you see.
Yeah, you'll have to fill me in here. Am I like relatively friends with these people? Like I remember in the one session I was in, I met.
Basically, consider it is that. Basically, consider it is that your plane went down and you're just traveling with the people that are safe. You don't really know too much about them, but like the only survival was to go with these people, really. So if you could, I'll get you to read that out loud for me.
Journal entry number 207, Machiavelli. So it's some kind of casket she's looking for. Fascinating. It is flat on the floor, horizontally aligned, with a hole coming from the ceiling, allowing in light. It makes the rest of the room dark as night. Sand seems to swirl around this room as if wind constantly is nearby. I can hear her talking about this getting her on the council. That would be impossible due to Max Priority being the leader of the Tarl.
Yeah.
What could she possibly be planning? Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so now if everybody will go to their quests.
Questy boys.
Where's that at again?
Campaign quest.
Campaign quests on the right-hand side.
Oh, campaign. The one that's not open.
Bam.
Ooh.
Know thy enemy.
Nice.
So that is a new sub-quest for you guys to fill. So Jack has already found one of them, and I'll get you, and you can read it later to kind of piece two and two together, or you can go in and look at in items. The previous one should already be listed there that you can read. So if you go into images and then uncategorized, there should be 206 and 207 are now open, and you can read the other one at your leisure.
Uncategorized.
And then
206.
So yeah, you can go ahead and read that. So Ortholan, you also notice that like the stonework is very impressive in this location. It doesn't look to be made of sandstone or anything that could constitute being out this far. It looks like it was prefabricated. I'm gonna get you to roll a knowledge religion check. And I'm gonna say knowledge because I fucking wanna. All right, Ortolan, you're able to discern that through the cracks and kind of mortar spillage from all of the walls. You notice these to be similar stones to those that were built in Talmeria, especially in the quarters where your sect resides. Even though it might not be the same material, the kind of the essence or like the style of stonework seems very familiar to you.
Ortolan goes into the corner and starts looking at the seams between the rock, almost like someone looking at a painting in a museum.
Awesome.
He doesn't say anything yet.
Steve, you notice Ortolan just kind of confusingly going over to the corner and start looking at what seems to be nothing. You're kind of judging him on his intelligence at the moment.
I'm stupid.
Says the guy I'm calling you stupid as I wear a fucking wig and a mask. Dumb shit. I'm just gonna let
Imagining you wearing those fucking glasses with the mustache attached.
I'm in disguise.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the rabbit do his rabbit things, man. Like he's over there in the corner, just rabbiting away. What's Jaladri doing?
What is Jaladri doing?
So I'm gonna look over towards
Jaladri is going to take
I'm gonna, like, scan the room. You know what I mean?
I think we lost you.
Jaladri is going.
Oh, there you are.
I just stopped because people were talking. No, I'm going to go into, over here.
I get a map push.
Yes, uno momento.
Water.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to make sure the entrance is safe. Assuming that I'm at the entrance.
That is not the entrance. That is another way. And as you walk in here, I'm going to give you a little brief description of what this area looks like. So this section of the room kind of looks a little different from previous things. You can actually see artwork embedded on the floor around what seems to be a large fountain that goes down for quite a long ways. When you look over the edge, you can actually see the bottom of it, and it looks to be very, very little crystal clear water. And behind you to the north, just above the map, it's just kind of like a caved-in husk that looks like it used to be a path.
Can I assess it as, like, impassable?
Yeah, you can tell that right away. Like, it's like a large pile of rocks. Like, you don't see any kind of crevasses or, like, holes anywhere. There's no plant formations or anything on it. It just looks like it was destroyed by an unknown mean.
Okay, I just want to make sure that there's... I'm just checking if there's a back door. Oh. Am I able to do... I don't know how these skills work exactly.
Just ask me what you would like to do.
I want to know if I can increase the amount of water in this well.
Very good. I'll get you to roll me a Knowledge Arcana check. Arcana for the win. All right, so you're able to discern two things specifically from looking in and down at the water. One is, like, obviously from your travels, you know that water can be created through spells of certain types, but it looks like this one specifically has no magical qualities whatsoever. But at the bottom of the well, you can see that there looks to be like a semi-hole in the corner at the very bottom that links the floor to the wall. And you can see that is where the water normally comes from, but there seems to be some kind of a clog down at the bottom. And it looks to be pretty well fitted, like immovable.
I take off my gear and crawl into the well.
Well, how deep is this well?
It's about 15 feet down. It's not very deep. So yeah, you actually struggle to fit your chubby butt in, and I know it looks big, but it really isn't. So like you could fit like maybe a leg and a half in, but then like the crest of your shell just makes it so that you can't go down.
I'm gonna look around for something long enough to start trying to unjam that fucking thing.
Very good.
Can I hit it with a spell or something?
I'm gonna get you to roll an investigation check, and then we're gonna hop over to Nikolai and see what he's up to.
Can I see this well from where I am? Like, can I see
No,
Jaladri?
Jaladri, like, that's all blocking terrain. You can actually see the staircases that lead down probably 2 or 3 feet and section off into other rooms. You saw Jaladri go that way, but you don't know what he's up to.
Okay. Okay. Okay, what exactly are we trying to do right now?
There is no agenda at the moment. There is no quest. There is no nothing. It's just complete, like, this is the calm after the storm where people have the first chance to take a rest.
But, like, supplies-wise. Oh, yeah. Have we long rested? Do I still have this damage that I've taken?
Yes, everybody still has the damage they have.
Okay. But yeah, supplies-wise, were we able to salvage much from, like, the airship? Do we have, like, food and water and...
That would be...
we have basically what we had.
It would basically
we
be...
had to take off pretty quick.
Yeah. So I'll leave that kind of like as maybe a question best posed to one of the other characters, maybe.
All your personally did not do that. When we got off the airship, I just fucking grabbed the captain, tried to make it so the thing didn't blow up, realized that couldn't happen, and we fucking pieced.
Cap. Well then, I'm sorry, whose house is this? Like, or whose base is this?
Ianthe. It's the chick in the bottom right corner.
Yeah. Then I guess should ask if somewhere nearby that we might be able to like acquire basic food and water while we try and get our wits about us and figure out where we're going next.
She kind of takes a nod over and she kind of nods towards one of the staircases that go down. She said, if water's what you seek, I have very little, but you're more than welcome. For food is a different story. I was actually planning a trip out to gather food for tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I guess at that, I'll come check out the water sitch.
Right on. Does everybody want to join, or do you guys want to do other things?
Steve is willing to go back and try to help unclog this water well thingy.
Very good.
Mortaland's still staring at the wall, but knowing what you know of him, if you engage him in conversation, he's pretty agreeable and will probably help out, but he's just absorbed in this stonework right now. He doesn't even realize that you've left.
All right.
Let him do those rabbit things, man. Like,
yeah.
Orland does a lot of critical thinking, so this might be important.
He takes him a long time to work out basic concepts because he's not the brightest.
Rude. Self-burn.
So how big a round is this one?
So it's probably like the size of, like, twice the size of a manhole cover.
So about 3 feet.
A little less,
whoa,
probably.
Whoa. Person hole cover. It's 2023.
Oh. Technically, it's just a sewer entrance cover.
I just really like George Carlin. Sorry to interrupt. I feel like I haven't been talking.
Go back to the corner. Go back to the corner,
Ortoland. The only thing that matters to me is if it fills with toxic waste once a night to kill Jason Voorhees. That's the only thing that matters to me.
Really, no one?
Right on. So the two of you get around the corner, and then you come across Jaladri, who's just like trying to stick his fat ass down this like impossible hole for his shell to fit through. And he kind of like looks at you with the big white eyes, like you just caught him doing something embarrassing.
I'm gonna help him out.
What are you doing?
I'm
What's
a-
going on?
Stuck in the
What
What
manhole
can I help you
cover.
with?
I heard there was water over here.
it was just splashing out from around him. He's just like,
As
Marco.
as Galadriel kind of half crawls out, you can hear stones cracking from the sides and falling down. Snap, snap, drop into the water.
If any of what's happening is loud enough that Orlan will hear it, just let me know and he'll react.
Yeah, we'll say you hear it for sure. Like you could, like it's
Okay.
a very small location. Like no matter where you are, you'll be able to hear people talking.
Okay, when Brian's done, or I'll have him react to the sounds of the water.
Da-dum, da-dum. All right. You
Take
definitely
it away, Galadriel.
Take it-
Sorry, I cut Brian off.
take it away, Aaron.
So, just to explain what was happening when you walked in, there's a clog at the bottom of that I was gonna try and go and get. It's like right down there at the bottom. I can lower somebody down, but I can't fit in.
No need. And I crawl in to the well.
All right, I'll get you to roll a perception check, please.
It should be noted, Sean, for your sake, I am a small creature. And I can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving my hands free. So I can just like cat crawl. Like,
Okay.
like a cat would walk,
Spider
but I'm
shoot.
like, it's not an item, but it's just an ability that I have. But yeah, so I just crawl down
You're
this well.
Spider-Man.
Okay, so I need you to roll that perception check as you climb in.
Hell yeah. I think I missed the box. I got really excited. I missed the box. Okay. Let's try again.
All right, so just past the far edge, you can actually notice that up against the wall, you actually see a rope tethered to an iron ring that's attached to the side, and it's a long rope attached to a bucket.
Okay, so this is how you would typically get the water from this well,
Yes.
but it's halfway down, so they can't access it from the top.
No, it's just on the floor behind it, kind of in the corner where you couldn't see it before.
Well, I'm still going to climb down
Yep.
the well.
Alrighty, so you kind of like shimmy and slide all the way down to the bottom. As you land, you can kind of feel the water go up to about, I want to say, mid-shin height.
Well, I'm not going to land in the water. We want to make sure that this water remains clean. I'm just going to hang up on the wall next to it
Very good.
and fill up my water skin.
Very good. All right, so just as a heads up, guys, and this is something I'm going to make you very aware of right now. Food in water is important. Super important from here on in. So I'm giving you guys that one. Like, food and water is going to be how you make it to level 5. Like, you get experience for food. I don't mean that. I'm just joking. All right. So as you kind of like fill up your
While
water
he's down
skin,
there,
you can.
I'm gonna kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to kind of direct him to the clog and be like, unjam that, and we'll have more water to deal with.
Yeah, can I see this clog going down here?
You can. It's like half of it is actually out of the water.
Okay.
And down there, as you kind of look towards it, you kind of see like several slabs that have fallen like 10 or 20 inches in. So it kind of looks like that it was originally a drainage location that just got caved in from the other side.
Gotcha. Are the things that are blocking this thing like relatively movable, or
Are they? Well, you can try.
okay?
Okay, I'll get you to
What
go
do you-
ahead and roll. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. That's probably not going to go very well. Nope.
All right, as you kind of like hem and haw, you can hear like the cracks of your knuckles as you kind of pull on this seemingly immovable object. But as you do, one of the plates actually comes loose, and you can actually see kind of like a swirl of water, almost like a tornado, going from the base where the water is all the way down into the hole, and now it seems to be draining faster.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. Can I quickly ask people to toss me water skins if they have them. And, like,
Yeah,
kind of
for sure.
Try and get everybody at least a water skin before we try and figure out how to get further into this well.
For sure.
Steve, Ortolan, grab every available container.
Oh, right. Ortolan has come scurrying in.
Throwing down.
I'm gonna shove
And,
my water skin into the bucket and send the bucket down with everybody's water skins in it.
Okay, and I'm gonna start
right.
running around looking for like helmets, bowls, whatever.
Nice. And what are you doing, Ortolan? Sorry.
He's going to do the same thing and with Honky, like Jaladri asked. He just came running into the room with a poor understanding of the situation because he heard commotion and splashing water, and now he's helping Steve.
Okay, so I need you to roll me a perception
trying to figure
check
out what's
really
going
quick.
on without having anyone know that he isn't really sure why he's doing what he's doing.
All right, out of the corner of your eye, you can see next to one of the beds is actually quite a large barrel that looks like it could fit 10 servings of water in it.
Nice. Orlan is going to see that, but not knowing the urgency of the situation yet, he is not going to think to say anything, but he will when he clues into what we're doing here.
Very good. Jaladra, I need you to roll me a perception check. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Including the cat at the bottom of the well, or?
Yep, everybody.
Okay. That feels fitting considering I'm at the bottom of the well.
All right, so Jaladra, as you look over, you can kind of see that these beds look like they haven't been used in a very long time, especially in the room that you're in. It seems to be more like the blankets themselves seem to have like light stains on the interior. Dead center of the bed, probably about waist length down. And you're looking over the side of the bed and you can see like used up bandages and like different knickknacks used for medicine. So you can tell that this was like a kiosk bed at one time. Through the center of the room, you see a pillar that seems to be holding up large slabs of rocks above you. And outwards towards the main area, you can actually see that surrounding the entire room, there's intense hieroglyphics that seem to follow the contour of the room. All right, then it's
bowls, helmets,
yeah.
containers.
And what you are going to see, Steve, as you're taking a walk around is you can actually see that there's like a large amount of leather that seems to be like in the main room. You're kind of looking at the water and you're looking at the leather and you're like, I could make like a pretty damn good fucking water skin that I'd be able to hang on my shoulder. I'm a pretty big, beefy guy. So you're like, oh, that could be very useful.
Well, I'm going to hand this bucket off to Orlan.
Okay.
And be like, hey, fill this up. And I'm going to look at my inventory here real quick because I'm not sure if I have anything.
Oh, sure. No problem. What's the rush for water, Steve? Did you see the stone out there? It looks just like the stone in the city.
And Nikolai, you hear this conversation in real time.
Yeah. I'm like, guys, the water is leaving.
Yeah, the water's empty.
What?
If you want water,
Oh,
I need something now.
Oh, geez, guys, there's a and he points with his staff, and he's like, bucket. And there's a barrel in the corner. Did you not see that? And he runs over to the barrel and he starts trying to dislodge it. He's going to try and roll it over to where Steve's standing next to the well.
I'm going to start
assuming the barrel's over there.
As big as I can, water skin out of this leather.
Okay, so as you kind of step up to the table where the leather is, you notice that there's a lot of tools on the left side and right side of the table. You notice that there's like a couple of knives that seem to be shorter than normal knives. You can kind of see like piercing needles and all this kind of stuff. So what I want you to do is, if you want to try to craft a water skin, I'm going to get you to roll a 1d20 and add your proficiency modifier, and there will be a DC. All right.
Modifier from what?
Just proficiency.
Just your proficiency. So on your character sheet,
11.
top right.
Oh, it'll be 11.
It'd be an 11. All right, so you're able to successfully craft a large water skin that has 2 uses.
Okay. How many more chunks of leather are there?
There's very few. It seems to be kind of tattered, but it's enough so that it's a large amount of water for you, but it's also like a super large amount of water for everyone else. Like it's just because of your body type, you're able to kind of like where you remember how you used to transport water back in the days when you used to live underground, and the only way to do that was with animal hides that you used to have to venture northward for. So it's like you already had this instilled into your brain, and when you saw it, it's like your fingers took over and did it right on its own.
Copy.
All right, so we're going to bump over.
As I can.
Yeah, exactly. So you have enough for the one large one and then a bunch of scraps.
All right. Well, I'll toss the scraps in my pocket. Or my inventory. Might need those for later.
Right on. All right, so Nikolai, as you kind of are standing down there, you can kind of look up and you see like Ortolan's head popping and going, and fucking like a bunch of people that look like they're very quickly trying to get you something.
You guys are gonna fucking drop a barrel on my head.
Oh yeah, we could totally just fill up the big fucking thing. Just fill that barrel up.
Yeah, that's the plan.
From the other room, you hear Geladri yell, "Fill it all up!"
Ortolan's eyes get like saucer wide as your voice peaks, and you can tell he's not used to loud noises.
And with ears like that, it's extra loud.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so I'm going to move my way over to Nikolai and lower this down with a piece of rope so that I can pull it back up.
And then it arrives.
Well, then I fill it up
Right on. So like you're like
with water.
Yeah, filling it up with clout. It's like or
Just a bunch of stones.
puking depression into the water skin and sending it back up.
Vibes. Just speaking good vibes and send it back up.
All right, as you push it underneath the water, yeah.
It's just full of affirmations.
Whispering compliments into the water skin.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, you can do it.
Every time you pop the cork, it's like grunt birthday party. It's just like, yay!
We need air support. You can do it.
Fired up. Proceeding.
Here we go.
But anyways, as you kind of like dunk it down, you can kind of see the air bubbles viciously pop up, and the first amount is good to go. So you're able to pass it back up.
Okay,
We're just going to repeat that until the barrel's full or we run out of water.
Yeah. So you guys are able to save a good percentage of it. The leak itself was actually pretty severe. Despite the amount of water, you seem to manage to contain it. So like some of the dirt and debris kind of notched itself up against the hole as it started to shrink and kind of blocked it a little bit. You guys, all of the water, we're going to say that you have enough for a week's worth of water here.
Copy. So we drained the water out of there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you drained a good percentage of it, but quite a bit managed to escape.
My understanding, and maybe this is wrong, I think the well goes deeper, but there's a bunch of stuff that's blocking us, and we can't get deeper at the moment.
So that's what I was actually going to say is if this is going to be a home base, maybe while you're down there, Nikolai, and we have the water out, maybe you try to patch that hole up the best you can. And we'll fill that bucket up with the muck and mud off the bottom. Like, maybe take like a short rest time to do that, and like empty as much of the mud and muck out of there as we can, so that we get more water.
Yeah. So this hole that formed, Sean, like it's like did it look like, I guess, yeah, the base of where I'm standing, does it look like the well goes further down? Or is this the bottom, and the bottom of the well it's just fucked?
It's hard to say, but like, let's give me an insight check while you're down there.
Insight.
I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, I'm also pretty good at it. So 16.
All right, so you're able to deduce that, like, from your travels, like, only machinery is going to get you farther than where you are now. And it does look like there could possibly be something on the other side worth taking a look.
Okay, so can access it now, need some sort of machinery, but it does go further down. It might not be necessarily water, but there's something down there. Okay, noted.
All right.
All right. Well, with that being done, I cat scamper back out of the well.
Right on. So I just got a message from Ginger saying she's awake. She fell asleep, so she's going to try to get here when she can. So we're going to continue on as normal.
Okay.
So basically, as you come out of the crag, you can kind of see Yanthi step in to see what was going on. She's kind of like distraught that the last of the water is gone, but is very happy that you guys saved most of it. She kind of ushers you to just kind of set it along the side of the hallway that's right above Steve in where it is, like where the cave-in happened at the end of the hall, and we could just use that as a temporary water storage location.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, at least we have water for a bit. We'll have to figure something else out within the next couple of days for sure, but at least that's covered. What kind of food plan did she have? She was going to go out and do something. Like what kind of food is in the area?
That is unknown until the next time she shows up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's as far as I'm pretty much going to go with running her character.
Okay.
So now it's all what do you guys want?
Eyes back.
Got 15 days worth of like trail shit.
Caleb,
Like
are
food
you
and water.
joining in?
What's that? What's that, Honky?
Caleb's in the chat.
Oh, is he? I don't see any chats.
No, like in Discord.
In Discord.
Oh, fuck yeah! Get your character up to level 4, bitch.
Punk ass.
I demand it so.
Yo.
All right. What did you say, Brian? Sorry, I kind of lost you there. Was it Brian that was talking? Fuck, smoke another one, DM.
Yeah, no, he was saying he has 15 days worth of trail rations.
Okay, and what was the question? Sorry.
I was gonna ask everyone else to inventory theirs.
That is actually a good idea.
You actually have.
Right on. So just outside in the bottom left-hand corner of bottom left where Westra is, there seems to be a small pantry where people can put their food.
I have 10 rations, 10 one-day rations.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an inventory of all your food and add it into one if you would like to store food here.
I'm trying to keep my food on me.
Yeah, so if people want to store food here, I will take an inventory of what you guys have, and then if anybody wants to leave any behind as a stockpile, you can. Just let me know. All right.
5 days worth of food and water.
Okay, so let's do notes. And then plus.
That'll leave me with.
I guess we could always hunt.
Pantry rations. Okay, so you said how much, sorry?
5 days worth of food and water.
For one person or for multiple people?
For one person.
5 rations.
Five rations, so I'll remove 5 of mine from my inventory.
Okay, 10.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do the same.
15.
I'm going to try to convince everybody here to half all of their food and water.
I mean, most of us already have. Right? Because like nothing's stopping us.
Here she comes, just a walking down the street.
Nothing is stopping us from just taking it back when we leave or if we need to go. I would rather have some somewhere that we know of than.
Does anybody disagree with leaving 5 days of rations here from everybody?
Oh.
I hear no disagreement.
All right, Cote.
Violence is compliance.
Okay, so how many is that? That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30 units of rations.
30. Are there 6 of us?
Yeah, I'm counting for the other characters too.
Okay.
30 units of rations. Now, the problem is, guys, that because this is a pantry, there is no location to store water.
We have a big barrel.
Yeah, so now let me know how you would like to set it up. So you have your big barrel. How many units did I say that was? Barrel
10.
of water.
You said it was 10.
10.
10 water rations.
Yeah. Now, I assume one water ration is enough for a day?
Yes, enough to fill up a water skin or the same amount to go through a whole day.
Copy.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And I will unlock that and make that public to everybody, and we can all keep track.
Freckles here. Well, she's muted, but she's.
I'm here. I just can't get my Discord to run on my computer for some reason. I don't understand why it won't load.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. If you want to use the microphone, like the cam is just a fucking write-off for tonight, but I did find a way around it that is going to be for the next stream. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah. So, yeah, just let me fix the cameras that are already here, and then we'll be good to go. Do we want to give an update to Ginger about what she missed? It was light.
Gave it to us happily.
It was light role playing, at least.
You gave us everything, and we're happy to do it. Thank you.
Yep. You definitely didn't question letting us come here.
Anybody want to try better? Like,
Sean, you can.
all right, fine. So what ended up happening is we kind of played it like you guys just walked in the door. And the way we are going to run it is that they came in, they found your water source at the back end of the room. And they noticed that there was a hole in it and you were slowly losing water, and your character was freaking out because that's the last source of water there is in the entire area that you're aware of. And they just basically got all the water out of it and put it in a pantry. So whenever you sign on and you take over your character, if you go to the right-hand side of the screen and click the drop down for player, there should be something called notes. And if you click on notes, you should see pantry rations as a note, and you can look at how much food and water your base currently has. That's pretty much all we did.
Your water rations in that note says 10W rations.
Yeah.
What's the 10 water rations?
Hey.
I was like 10 weeks of rations? We got 10 weeks of water?
No. So yeah, so now it's basically, I was just trying to buy time till you got here, or hope that you got here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's 100% okay. Like, Jack was supposed to be here an hour ago, and he hasn't shown up yet, so that's okay.
We've all heard you talk while you sleep, so you should have just played while you were sleeping.
I had a full-blown conversation with you while you were asleep, and it was the creepiest thing. It was hilarious.
Listen, I'm totally down.
You're
for
very, like, attackish when you're like that. It's just like, I decide to do something in a video game, and all I hear is, that was stupid. Why'd you think about it? And I was like, whoa.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to lower down my rope, my hempen rope.
Yep.
To try, because I know my size is gargantuan, so like he could tie these rocks up and I could like lift them up out of there to like help him, like, because the water's already gone, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
water's gone, and it's kind of like, think of it as like a hatchway to a pipe. Like it's like a semicircle that goes in about 20 or 30 centimeters, and then it's just cave in down there.
Does a gargantuan Goliath count as machinery?
I should count as like a small bulldozer.
But so Ginger, are you good to go? Can we?
Yeah, I'm pissed at my camera situation, but that's okay. I'm good to go.
As long as you can see what's happening. Like, I'm gonna fix the face cam thing another day, so I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah,
so right now,
I just
what's the name of the game?
Graceful Saloon.
I don't see it in my phone. Let me
search. No, don't do search for the campaign. Search for the DM on the other search bar, and look me up, and then it'll pop up automatically. All right, so as you guys are kind of like generically rummaging through everything, you see everybody's in like panic mode, trying to like survive. Everybody's huddling all the food in the separate position, and Ianthe, you finally get the second to take a deep breath and reflect on the situation. And you kind of look around and you see a bunch of people that you don't know standing in the house that you have, drinking the water that you have. You're kind of like,
But two of us are repairing your well.
So you're kind of just like, oh, shit. Oh, and the other thing that we passed on is the way we were going to progress into the next area was you were going to help them find food tomorrow. So at the end of the day, there's going to be a long rest. So this is just all role play, basically.
Okay.
So nothing serious.
Okay. So who is repairing the broken thing?
I am inside the well.
And I am moving the stones around because he's too small to do so with a rope.
Okay.
So those
And
are
then-
these two up here.
I'm up here playing the crane game while he puts them in place.
Is there a map out right now?
Yes, actually, I'm an idiot. Sorry about that.
You're like up here.
Nice, moving me and shit.
Bam, there you go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Right on. And the name of this place is Sandhaven, for everybody to know.
Sandhaven. Okay. And what's Orderland doing?
Orderland is being fucking weird. Would you like to elaborate, Kote?
Not really. He's just helping the team fucking get water vessels.
Yeah, you can kind of
Last thing
see
he did
him
was
dragging
roll
it
the
up the
barrel
stairs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Stairs.
Like
Oh, that is stairs.
yeah, just
Yeah, I see it now.
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody came to help him because no one cares about poor old Lordy.
I'm at the bottom of a well. I don't know what.
Okay, you're excused.
Oh, and just all of a sudden, I want to do this really quickly. Also, all of a sudden, you just see a familiar face pop up out of nowhere, and it's and it's hold on, fucking Axel is just roaming with Westra.
Well, hell. What have we got here?
Oh, man, that's a lot happening. Can somebody else go first? I just woke up.
No, that's all right. Everybody's still fucking fuming about what's going on, and now all of you guys are kind of just working on your own projects.
You just need to think about where food is.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, the commotion of everybody being in her the Sandhaven is kind of overstimulating for her. She's grateful for the fact that like they're helping her ration the water and they're fixing what's going on, but she's also like, these fuckers are up in my area. Like, I need a minute to think. So she kind of just walks off to the side for a little bit, and she's thinking about like she's going through the region and where she typically goes for food, and if she isn't able to source food in those areas, even in the further regions where she's able to get that food, and she's starting to come up with a game plan for I'm assuming tomorrow. Is that when you had said?
So okay, I'm going to get you to roll a nature check for me, my dear, at your next nearest convenience.
Okay. Nature check.
Oh, excellent.
Is that on skills, right? That's on skills?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think I did it. No.
Yep, perfect. So through your nightly rituals, like food and water has always been a top priority for you. One of your nightly rituals that you remember is to be able to go outside, and there's this little like pathway that only you know that gets you up high so that you can kind of take a view of the horizon in every direction. And usually you're able to spot specific locations of interest that might house food.
Okay. All right. So she allowed to just leave the safe haven and go?
Yeah, it's your house. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. So she remembers that she has this kind of a thinking spot for when she needs to be able to scavenge around and survive. And so that's where she feels most comfortable when she's trying to think of a survival plan, and she's just gonna kind of head out there. She's not gonna say anything. She's gonna head out to that spot.
Right on. So, Axel, I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check for me.
Axel's still leveling up.
Oh, that's okay. If you want to just say a number, I'd be cool with it.
Natural 20.
15.
15? All right. So just out of the corner of your eye, you notice Ianthe leaving, but you don't really make much of it. You're kind of like looking around, seeing everybody panicking, the people you know and you're accustomed to.
You know what? I'm actually, because there's a lot going on, I'm kind of a loner, as it's been known for me missing the last 20 sessions. So I'm going to just sneak out and just tailor sneaky like if I can.
All right. So what would you say to the group to do that?
I'm going to try and sneak out without them knowing, and I'm sure they're used to it. Even if they see me go.
We'll just say you
I like that answer, Sean. I'm gonna sneak out sneaky like with nobody seeing me. Okay, well, what do you say to them when you leave?
Nothing.
So Lester just kind of gives you a nod, and
Fucking nothing.
them two are on the bench of justice. I've named this place the bench of unused characters. Bam.
Dude's doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing like an RPG with lots of characters and you're only allowed 4 in your party. You go over to the bench and you select who you want to bring with you. They're all sit there on the bench. And you're like, this guy.
Right on. All right, so Ortolan, whenever you're in trying to help with everybody, you kind of just look down and you see fucking Nikolai just at the bottom of the well, just trying to be like looking over the place. You see fucking Steve, who's somehow fallen into it upside down on top of Nikolai, and they're both down there rummaging. Or no, you crawled out, didn't you, Nikolai? Yeah, you're already out.
Well,
of the well.
I was gonna crawl out, but then I was gonna go back in so I could tie it to rocks and stuff so that Steve could pull it out.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so you find the rope, Steve. You're able to lower the rope down.
Yeah. Do I see anything tie onto a bull? That's the correct way to say that, right?
It's 50 feet of rope. You're only 15
Totally.
feet down. You should be able to just tie the fucking rock up.
Yeah. Well, like if I can get underneath the rock.
It's sand at the bottom.
So yeah, I'll get you. Like, I'm not going to make you roll because you've studied this thing intimately. It doesn't look like there's anywhere that you can necessarily attach a rope to. You probably could, with a stick, push the rope further into the area that's on the other side, but it looks like you would just lose sight of it, and there's not really any discernible path.
Okay. See if my inventory has anything useful. Crowbar. Can I
There you go.
can I crow some bar?
Give it a shot. So how would we do this? Probably a strength check, like an athletics.
Sure.
Like, are you trying to jig it, or are you trying to just hit it?
Well, I'm not gonna just hit the rock. I'm trying to like
Jig it?
pry it up enough that I can slide the rope underneath. Like I'm not trying to like pry it all the way, but just enough that I can, get the rope underneath it a little bit.
Very
Like,
good.
nice.
All right, I'll go get you that athletics check.
I'm not good at athletics. There we go.
So you just kind of,
I'm
Steve,
so
you're
good at
looking down.
athletics.
You just see Nikolai kind of like Super Saiyan level 2 just scream as he jams this crowbar deep within the wall. You come down with a heavy force to lever up the bottom plate. And Steve, from your perspective, you can't see what he got his hands on, but the entire bottom part of the well is blue light.
Blue light.
Nikolai, you are in presence of an Echo Lily.
Yeah. I put it in my
From what I've
pocket.
been doing about science recently, I thought that was radiation.
You die.
See blue light.
And everything is black.
You feel very, very sick. You have
Right.
12 hours to live.
Right on. So we're gonna pop up to Jaladri. What are you up to?
So this was an infirmary. Yeah, that's last I was.
Yep, it really looks like it.
And from where I am, I can see what they're doing, right?
Yeah, you see the fucking nonsense that's going on behind you.
I'm gonna give like a slight sigh to myself and just go over and see what Orland's doing.
Very good. All right, so
Orland's now looking down into the well, and he's like, "What are you guys doing down there?"
Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry, that's an impassable wall, but I'll make it just so that, yeah, that did happen.
Oh, but I thought I would had to go up the stairs with the barrel in order to get water from the well.
Yeah, but those are like walls that reach up to the ceiling. So it's like all...
Okay, well, he's down here then.
Okay, cool.
You know what? Let's just... Jaladri already came to see me. Fuck it. Let's just put him up there. Let's just put him up there, man. I'm just complicating things. All right, so Orland has passed the barrel down to the let's just say for some reason he's walked up the stairs. And so Jaladri walks up, and Ortolan has resumed looking at the stone. Then you hear him mumbling, and he's like,
Oh,
did you see the stone outside? On that other wall? It looked just like the stone in my temple. But he's
Really?
almost not talking to you. He's almost mumbling to himself. And he's like, yeah.
As
And
he
he
says
snaps.
that, though, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna answer him in his mumbling though. Huh?
He kind of snaps to attention when he realizes you're standing next to him, and he gives you his full attention now.
I'm gonna take off my eye patch and examine this stone and see if there's anything special about it.
Is this stone similar to the shit that I saw outside? That's similar to the town stone, or is it different?
The houses, yes, but the general wall structure of like a retaining wall or something wouldn't look anything like in here. But some of the foundation of the houses bear similarities to this place.
All right, so Ortolan's going to be like, it's not really the stone in here so much, but it was on, on the house out there. It was exactly the same, almost like it was built by the same person. Anyway, you seem to be in a hurry to get water. I came in late. What's going on in here? This is a mess.
Yeah, no kidding. We got all the water that we're gonna get for right now. They're working on getting more deeper into the well, so we can maybe get more water out of it.
That's it. Well,
tell me more about the stone.
Well, you've heard everything I know so far. I hope Steve got my barrel. I kicked it through the door right before I ran up here.
All right, so what
might be another one.
So Jaladri, as you kind of are getting the explanation from Ortholan, you can kind of feel the medallion that's on your eye start to vibrate a little bit.
Oh yeah, baby. This is what I'm here for. Wha-blam!
Feels good, man.
All right, so as you take a look around the room, you can actually notice, do you guys see where the square is in the center of the room with the unique tiles? Basically, you weren't able to understand any of this on your passing through because you were worried, but now that you're able to kind of look at it and kind of take it all in, the language shifts to Sanskrit, and you're able to read what's listed on the floor. It tells the story of how this place was built, and it's actually a reminiscent of a school that used to exist in the location where these bricks seem to be from. It's from some kind of a large establishment where these bricks came from. And as you read a little more, you can actually read a little bit more, and you get a vision snapped into your head. And I'm going to get you to roll a 1d4.
Can I get a map portion whenever you have a chance to?
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking animals just gathered around reading the floor.
Okay, there's the map, and so I'm going to get you to take 2 damage, and you're presented with a vision.
Oh, my face.
I don't think my Neuralink's hooked up right.
So you see this building just flash very hard into your mind to the point where it almost knocks you prone. And you get the feeling that this is very close by.
Wham.
How hard is it?
It's rock hard.
Feels good.
Okay. Anyone else speak Sanskrit?
Nope.
It doesn't exist to anybody else but you.
Oh.
That you're aware of, I should say. That's not entirely accurate.
Okay.
All right, so
once I'm done analyzing the whole thing, I'm just going to walk up to Ortolan very, very stoically and say, it's a noodle recipe.
It's
you see him just start chewing the air like rabbits do. And he glances at the...
It's not. It's the story of this place.
Oh.
I just wanted to see how you would react to that.
That's soup, motherfucker. Soup.
Kind of hungry.
serious.
And he just goes and
we
eats
have
all our
food.
rations.
No, place of a house of mansion, I guess. It was huge. And I get the feeling it's pretty damn close by. I'm feeling like these bricks either came from there or this place is somehow attached to there. Is my feeling. I'm thinking tomorrow when we go out hunting, we should be keeping an eye out for that. It's all brown, like it had like it looked like a small fort, but made out of wood.
Is it made of wood?
Like in
Orlin
terms of
whips
like
out a
humans,
sketch
it was like-
pad, and he starts sketching the fucking wall.
Oh fuck! I was hoping you were going to do that. All right, so
he's got this charcoal thing, and it's like this stick of char. You can tell it's like actual burnt wood, and it's wrapped in like what would look like a long leather strap that would tie up a sandal or something. It's wrapped in that, and it's got a broad end on one end and a skinny end on the other end, and he's like dragging it across the page to make different shadings and smudging the charcoal with his fingers, and he's getting the look of the brickwork in there real good.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Brian roll a... Oh, God. Let's do a history check for Brian and a performance check from Ortolan.
I have to check something really quickly. Just hang on.
Just we could really like make some money out of these paintings. You know, I come up with the visions, you paint them. To be perfectly fair, you could come up with a lot of money just by painting shit. But
right,
I feel the visions thing would be definitely special.
But I want money too.
Steve is literally
what Victor said.
Coin. Big coin slot in my back, and it's the only way you get me to fight for you.
Do you want me to come back there, Kote?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind. I'll make the check. I remember there being something about this I needed to bring in, and I'm just gonna make sure I do it right. So yeah, I'll come back to me in a minute.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna slide over to Ianthe. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sweet. So as you kind of exit the plane and exit the base and kind of crawl up the sides of the mountain, you're able to see a large savanna that spreads out in a very large direction in every which direction. You're looking across, you can see like different like land masses. You can see large mountains that kind of interweave with the sky. As the wind blows, the sand kind of changes what the surrounding area looks like. But I'm going to get you to roll me a perception check. All right. Wow. You see everything. So as you look around, you can see three different points of interest. To the very, like off to one direction, you can kind of see this. It kind of almost looks like a greenery area that has like very light sprinklings of what looks like green plants. And it's surrounded by like kind of like a cove of a mountain. You've been there before a long, long time ago, but it was just in search of food, and you found that the food in that location wasn't worth the trip. On the further off into the distance on the other way, you can see the town on which you guys just came from, the one that had all the farmers' villages. And you can kind of see, like from the distance where you are, you can't see any people or any movement, but it does look quite active. And the final place you see off to the side is actually like a large building that seems to be like indented into the ground. But you also have been there before, and you remember that there's quite a lot of boar meat available there.
On the second location, that's the place where the people were last time, right?
Yes.
Mahat.
Mahat and Bastet, for sure.
So that's automatically out. She doesn't want to go get involved in any of that bullshit anymore. So I think she's once she notices that there is that, you said like abandoned building that's indented into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's the place that had the boar.
Yes.
Okay. Once she sees that place, her eyes start to twinkle a little bit because it had been a little bit since she had been over there, and so she's assuming that given nobody else really scavenged the area quite like she did, most people typically stayed within their communities, and she knew that she was one of the few loners that might be pretty resourceful, especially given the size of the group now that she's like carrying the weight of on her
There's a
shoulders.
lot of mouths to feed, man. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's important.
So I think she's gonna just start mentally noting what direction she would start to take it in that, and then she's gonna start questioning. She's gonna like start using her fingers to count how many people are there, and like, is it really worth keeping everybody? Like, what she's not used to working in a group of people, and these people, she doesn't even know them. So
okay, so I'll
she's just kind of in her own head.
I'll probably get you to roll me an investigation check quickly.
Also, yeah, I was gonna ask, does she notice that one guy following her?
Oh, the guy didn't follow you. He just noticed that you fucking left, and then he went and sat on a bench.
Oh shit. Okay.
But
I was following her.
Yeah.
oh, you were? Oh, okay. I thought you were just out.
Yeah, remember? It was all sneaky like.
Oh, I thought you meant like you wanted to go work on your character, and you were just going to be like that until you told me otherwise. My bad. All right. So yeah, he's like right behind you, looking at you, dead in his eyes. It kind of startles you.
Hello.
I was okay. Well, hi there, young lady.
You a cowboy?
Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
Yeah, he's a little fairy that has like fairy wings, a trench coat, and dual pistols.
Right, yeah. I'm a fairy cowboy. Is what I am.
He's a fairy cowboy that lives in Texas.
I've got a cowboy hat. I'm about 3.5 feet tall. I've got big fairy wings, and I've got little tiny boots with spurs on them.
I guess that makes it.
Oh, and I smell faintly of cooked brownies because I rolled on a table, and that's the one came up.
Can you give everybody a reminder about how you made your character, Caleb? Can you just give everybody a brief description on how you made the character?
Oh, yeah. I just kept roll. Everything that came up, I just rolled and picked everything off that. So
Nice.
I rolled to pick my race and my class, and decided to build a character around that, and other things too. But yeah.
So she has her arms kind of crossed around her chest, and she's like picking at her hips, and she turns around, she notices this tiny cowboy fairy, and she just kind of takes a tiny step back, just because she doesn't want to seem threatening, not because she seems frightened, but she just I don't know, space is a thing for her, and so she just kind of goes, do I, you are?
Name's Axel Barton. Used to run cattle around these parts. And I'm gonna hold my hand kind of up on an angle to shake her hand, but keeping a fair distance, like arm's length.
It's only like 5 inches.
Yeah. I'm little. I'm not imposing.
So she shakes his hand and nods her head, and she goes, I think we're gonna be running into rationing trouble, and I just really I have an idea of where we need to go to get some food for us, but there's a lot of people, and I don't necessarily like a lot of people in my space. So I'm thinking I might go alone.
I hear that. Well, good luck to you. Be safe out there. And I'll turn and walk away with my little spurs jingling.
He'll just be like, wait. It was wait, what? that very easy. Okay, well, I didn't mean to be rude.
Not at all. I enjoy my space too. He'll say over his shoulder.
She just nods her head. I think she's just gonna head back into the group and just kind of let the group know where the fuck her brain is at and what she wants to do next.
All right. So just back in the Sandhaven, Steve, as you kind of look down towards and you see this large glowing blue aura, you can kind of see Nikolai kind of pocket something and then just kind of relaxes his shoulders. And Nikolai, you kind of look up and it's fairly easy for you to get out even without assistance. So yeah, you feel your time is done here.
Yeah, no, I'm done in the well for sure because it doesn't look like I can actually go any further. So, water is.
Are you not going to dig for more echo lilies, possibly?
Well, my understanding was that I managed to move the rock to like see a little tiny space where there was one. I mean, I guess I could, but I doubt that there's like an echolini spawning ground at the bottom of this well.
Well, you should at least patch that hole up before you leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and realizing that the well doesn't actually go much further than this. I'm gonna try and fill it up so that that hole is not there anymore. So that when the natural water does come back in, it stays in the well rather than dripping into the ground.
Very
if
good.
you want some sort of check for that, or
no, I think it's pretty much as you go ahead and you try to like fiddle around with it, you can notice that everything is pretty much stationary, and the parts that go up and down where the hole that you broke off looks like you actually ripped a piece of sandstone off another piece of sandstone that seemed to have like just a barely enough space to hold something behind.
okay. So I can patch the hole in the ground now and then come back up.
Yep.
Okay, but then I do that.
Very good.
And yeah, I'll explain that like that well is at the bottom. The hole is now patched, so it'll probably take some time for natural water to come back into it, but hopefully if natural water does come back, it doesn't
Yes, exactly.
seep through. So immediate water is still an issue, but hopefully future water will be slightly less of an issue. And yeah, I guess I'll turn to the rest of the group and be like, all right, now on the matter of food, does anybody have any ideas?
All right, so everybody kind of comes out of the lodgings and the entire group meets in the center of the main area.
Yeah, Ianthe speaks up really quickly. She's like, I have a place where we can secure food rations, though I don't know how much will be available. It's been a little while since I've sourced that area, and I'm not sure of its current standings, but it's our best option from what I can tell around here.
More hands equal less work.
Best option implying lesser options?
Yeah, well, we could go back to that place with the, like... We could go back to that community we were just at, where we had to, like, leave. That's one option. Or we can go to another place where there might be some vegetable sources or plant sources, but there is unlikely that there would be any sort of protein. If I were me, I would go where I want to go. So I guess if you want to come, you can come.
If I were me, I'd do what I'm gonna do. Huh. But yeah, I guess if that is our best option, then that seems like.
Does anybody else have any other ideas?
I'm not from around these parts there, Anthony. I don't think any of us really are.
I can think of one. I can think of one. It's a trick I use when I'm wandering.
We eat the Goliath.
We can. No, they're all tough. Only did that once. Anyways, no. We need to find an animal, and then I will speak with it and ask it where we can find food and water. 'Cause every animal needs food and water.
And then we eat it?
Oh,
Right.
then we have it guide us to the food and water.
And then we
And
eat
then we eat it.
Also, I'm gonna cast. Fine, but I'm gonna tell it to fly off before we get too close. But I'm also gonna cast Druidcraft to find out what the weather's gonna be for the next 24 hours.
Sandy.
Dry. Arid.
You know, that's not a bad idea. We used to track animals to find water all the time.
Don, would there have been any animals in the area that sort of skill could be used for?
Which skill, sorry?
Speak with
Druidcraft?
animals.
There really isn't too much other
Craft
than
is a spell.
yeah.
So Druidcraft, I'm casting that to see what the weather is for the next 24 hours.
Just sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. Dex. Yeah. All right. Cool. Sorry. What was the question? I am not distracted anymore.
Okay.
What is the weather?
Weather outside
Oh
is
my
your generic like 40-degree fucking desert day.
No. I'm casting Druidcraft to find out whether the weather's going to be in the area for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
I know
So
what it is right now.
So what happens is whenever it goes into nighttime, it's going to be 16 hours of night. And then when the sun comes up, it's going to be 25 hours of day. And during that day, it's going to be hot as fuck to the point where travel is going to become dangerous. So usually if you want to get to somewheres quickly without much trash, you kind of put two and two together and realize that you want to leave between dusk and dawn to like avoid the heat for really difficult travels.
Okay. Oh.
Can
Clear
Ianthe
now?
just go up and ask, are there any hunters in this group?
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Yeah, there's a handful of us that are proficient with a bow here. I'm also very
Not just
proficient
that, but I
with
mean,
trapping.
I'm literally a hunter.
So you hear a bunch
Okay,
of
well then
people
I-
speak up and they are like, yes,
I'm the greatest.
my dick is bigger than thine.
I am Spartacus.
I don't even wear a helmet anymore.
The helmet's on my dick and I use it to fuck. Sorry, Chitcher. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Sorry. This is what you gotta put up with when we play D&D. Just a bunch of dick and fart jokes.
Listen, I like Dick. It's okay.
Oh, fun. Anyways, continue.
So Ianthe like looks over all the people that claim they were hunters, but she also doesn't really feel like splitting up is a good idea. She's just kind of torn on what to do, but she does know that the only place where there is going to be any likely source for protein or substantiated food for this big group is going to be the way that she wants to go. So, I mean,
Well,
just
you
kinda
don't get
trusts her.
anything. You don't get anything done by worrying about it. So at dusk, I say we head to the boars.
Agreed.
All right, and just so you guys know, you guys are able to take a long rest and still be able to make it in time.
Oh, shit.
How's
And
that work?
before that
Because I've
happened-
never done a rest before.
Sean does all the work for this.
I hit a button and then it's done. So
Okay.
basically how it is because you're a spellcaster, you'll notice that there's like only a certain amount of times you can use spells. So the long rest is just you go up to full HP, you get all of your spell slots back, and life is great. So So I will go ahead and do that now just to save some time.
So
I'm
I
gonna
don't
look for
need one.
bugs.
Can I use my long rest as time to put my Echo Lily that I have on to my bow?
Oh, you could definitely hang it off the edge of your bow, but there's not really any location to be up. Like, there's no laboratory to refine the ingredients.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no reason.
And just remember that yours is very, very different from the one that. Yes, I agree with that. I'm going to do that here in a second. Your Echo Lily is very much different than the Echo Lily that Nikolai got. And you can tell the difference between the two. Yours is more grand with extra leaves that come off that are a slightly less blue hue. Like, it looks like a remarkable thing.
Ah, I got a cool one. All right. Can I investigate that?
So I'm gonna go over the entranceway.
Hold on one second. Calum, how do I give bitches long rests? How do I do that? I haven't been able to do that yet.
Click on their face up in the top left. It'll open their character sheet. Right click on a blank spot in the character sheet. Click long rest.
Just love long
So
rests.
open their character sheet, right click on it, and long rest?
Like a blank spot on it. Right click on a blank spot on it.
Oh. Nice. I wish there was a way to do it for everybody in one click.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you couldn't hear me.
Alright.
Taking a long rest. Hooray! I'm so long rested.
So yeah, this is basically everybody shit in the bed for 8 hours. You're
What-
probably full HP there, Calum. Or I'll give you...
Why? What?
Could Anthony be like preparing and everything like that? Because she only has to do 4 hours.
Oh, 100%. You could be like going through your stuff, counting your gear, sharpening shit. 100%.
Okay. Well, she does that.
Very good. Oh, here comes Westra.
I'm only an hour late. Sorry.
That's all right, man. Don't worry about her. All right. Jack, when you sign in, I got to give you a long rest. But other than that,
Alrighty.
does anybody want to give Jack kind of a heads up on what's going on?
Well, you know how well that went last time.
Yeah.
We have water. We need food. Short and sweet.
There we go. Almost forgot to put on the ball cap of the night there.
Ball cap of the night.
Yep.
But yeah,
I collect hats.
we got our water situation sorted out, sort of.
Let's go, brew.
That's good. That's good. Let's go, Bruins is right.
And then food is next. We just took a long rest because we're waiting for it to be night so that we don't
Okay.
burn the crisp when we go out into the desert.
That's for the best.
Yeah. We are. Yeah. Ianthe said that there was some sort of bore, like sunken building in the sand that is known of that typically has wild game around it. So we're gonna go there and try and secure food, but we're not sure how successful we'll be because there are 7 or 8 of us. So that's a lot of.
Caleb, I posted a picture of an EDM artist that you look like in Random Fuckery.
Nice hat, by the way, Caleb. I like it.
All right, there you go. All of your so another couple things you need to know, Jack, is Brian had a little bit of a vision about the stonework on the floor, and he saw a picture of a large building indented in sand. And I'll go ahead and fire that image off to you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, we also took half of our rations and put them into a pantry storage thing that is now under the notes, so that way, if something goes wrong, we do have backup food here.
Okay, so my character totally would have been on board with that, so I'll knock off half my rations there as well.
Thank you. I'm acting like all the characters did it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's
interesting.
Yeah. So he had a vision of this place, and Ianthe, she kind of went outside to kind of take a look over the land, and she saw 3 different places. She saw kind of like a mini oasis style area that was off to one side with a mountain over top of it. You were able to see the village that you came from, where Ma'at and Bastet were at, and the third place is this place. So the big building that's like indented into the ground.
I told this to is Ortolan.
Sorry?
So the only one I've told this to is Ortolan. To everyone else, I've told it was a noodle recipe.
There you go.
Noted.
So
Nice.
no metagaming. All right, very good. So you guys all have your long rest, but if there's anything else you would like to do before you go to sleep for the night, let me know.
I would like to pester Jaladri for more specific ways to make noodles. If it's a noodle recipe, I would like to know how to make it.
Well, Jaladri's back.
You can follow me then.
Oh yeah, you got to get off the bench. Hold on, I gotta. There you go. That's the bench of usable heroes. That's where you guys will sit when you're not playing.
The bench of usable heroes. Sounds like a B-grade museum.
That's gonna be my next band name.
So
You
even
know, this is pretty sweet. I just want to say
Do
we went from Sean texting me a few hours ago to D&D is probably not going to happen to everybody is here. That's
yeah, it was
fantastic.
really weird night. A very weird night. I got nervous there for a while. And literally everybody that could be here is here.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
home
great.
until 2 hours later than I expected to.
There's-
So I was like, I'm probably not going to make it, and I'm probably going to miss it. And then I was like, the second one here.
Yeah, there's 7 characters in this fucking thing. It's like,
I'm 6, so we're gonna get
Sean?
me.
Yeah, I see that. I've never seen so many characters at the top there.
Yeah, everybody is literally here.
We haven't had Caleb
Sean,
play with us in Graceful Saloon since like the
The
second
very
session or
beginning,
something.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
been pretty cool. What's up, Brian?
Been a while.
Just gonna say, before I go for my sleep, I want to go dig in the dirt and try to find some worms.
Very good. You would have to go outside to do it. So yeah, we'll say all you find is sand and an irritant, and you sneeze. you just see the turtle disappear face first into the sand looking for grubs, and he just comes up and just.
Nice.
That's pretty much all you find. Steve, what would you like to spend the rest of your time doing? Very good. Ortolan, what would you... Oh, Ortolan, we got to finish your the painting thing. All right.
I was muted.
I
was muted.
prepared a dexterity-based painting check for Ortolan. I call it sellout.
In the conversation, which I'm going to explain, and I made him make that custom. So Brian described the picture of the building that you guys are going to because he saw it in a vision. Orderland took what he said and made a painting out of it, and we've come up with a specific modifier to be able to determine how good it is and how much it's worth. So, all right, so we went out, sell it.
It's
Okay,
basically taken from Xanathar's.
okay, so I imagined it to be a 15 because he was in a lot of pain. So I'm going to get you to roll a D100, please.
Me?
Yes. All right.
Oh my god.
I want you to roll a 1d3.
Can you even roll a D3 in this program?
Yeah, you right click on a
Yeah.
d4 and turn it to a d3.
Okay.
You can also do a d6 divided by 2, rounded out.
All right, so your painting is currently worth 350 gold. So I'll get you.
Not bad.
I'll get you to mark that in your inventory with the price in brackets next to it, please.
Okay. You can scale the difficulty up and down based on whether it's a charcoal drawing or a full color painting or whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I can get behind that.
So let me put this in my.
So this is just
inventory.
a piece of paper. This wasn't one of your canvas ones, right? This was just like a quick paint.
Charcoal sketch of wall texture.
There you go.
Is what I'm gonna call it.
And then put the price next to it.
Oh, cool. Oh, that'll be the COVID.
Oh, the COVID.
Do you have COVID?
No, I don't have COVID.
No, he's
I literally use that line every time I sneeze.
Right on. All right, so Axel, what would
It's
you like
not
to
pleasant.
spend your time doing in this final little thing before everyone sets out? He is muted. Oh, he is unmuted.
Axel. I figure it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Just saddles up into one of the corners and puts his hat over his eyes and whistles a tune until he falls asleep.
Right on. So it's like
Nice.
wop, wop,
Wah, 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 wah.
oh, you need to get yourself a harmonica, bud. I'm gonna make sure you find one. Fucking okay. So who else? So that's pretty much everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Yeah.
As we're falling asleep, I want to talk to Nikolai and start reciting him noodle recipes.
Wonderful.
Very good. If you want to write a note that's noodle recipe and actually give him one, I would allow it. And it will be a craftable food in the game.
Yeah. Nikolai is making some ramen at some point.
Got banana noodle soup.
So yeah, if you want to type ramen recipe in your inventory.
Coconut ramen.
Banana noodle ramen.
Very good. All right, so
Lime peach
disgusting.
if that's all, everybody heads to bed.
Always lime peach parsley.
Always lime peach parsley.
Right on. So as the night sets and everybody cozies into their selective, even though there's only 4 beds in the place, we're gonna act as if there's enough for everybody, like ponchos on the floor kind of deal.
I sleep in a corner upside down in the ceiling.
There you go. Just like
Westra needs a bed. She's not sleeping on no floors.
there you go. Right on. All right, so as the time passes and everybody kind of starts to snore, the day passes. Ianthe, you wake up quite a long time before everyone else does, and everybody's just snoring on the ground. Is there anything you would like to prep before you take off for the day? How would you use your 4 hours?
Yeah. Like we talked about before, I just make sure I have my backpack completely packed with my daggers, my I just make sure I have my water skin, everything I'm going to need. But also, is there any way she could have spent that time just going out on her own and just like starting to walk the path a little bit, just to see like what that sort of terrain is going to be like and everything like that? Maybe making like. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so what you, like, as you start to, like, exit out of the room, you take a look over to the left-hand side where the leather station was. You also see that there's also, like, you've crafted yourself your own ammo making station as well, because all you have really is just your crossbow, right? So that's what you rely on to hunt. And you notice that your quiver is currently empty, and there's supplies on the table.
Okay. Yeah, so she's just going to get stocked up. She's just going to make sure she doesn't go without, and she has enough for the whole duration.
Very good. So I'm going to get you to roll a... let me see here. I'm going to get you to roll... Sorry, I had this all set up here. Okay, I just want you to roll a d20 and add your proficiency. Your proficiency is 2. So I'm going to get you to roll a d20 and add 2.
Which one's the D20?
The one that
The
has
first one?
yeah.
The icosahedron.
Bam. All right, so scrummaging through, you're kind of like a lot of your attention is bared on what the others are doing, even though you can hear like a rabbit that's like throat snoring and a big fucking gargantuan monstrosity in one of the beds that has like 3/4 of his bed on, like body on the floor instead of being in the bed, and you can hear like snot bubbles popping. It's kind of distracting you. And I'm gonna get you to roll a 1d12, please.
Oh, okay. So just the second dice.
Second die in, yeah, just a straight roll.
Yep. They have their numbers on them.
All right, so you crafted yourself 6 arrows.
Hell yeah.
So
Is
underneath,
ammunition important?
ammunition is also important. Food, water, and ammunition is the thing. So right now you have yourself 6. So I'm going to go ahead and add it onto your character sheet for you. So if you look on actions page and you see your crossbow light, I'm going to change that ammo from 0 to 6.
Okay.
Bam. So whenever you take a shot with that crossbow, you have to click the check mark to show you used it.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Cool. Right on. So you spend most of your morning sipping on your grog that you pilfered off a corpse like a month and a half ago. You're kind of looking over everything. You're drawing up shit on your map, and you're just taking a look at the door. And yeah, the door is closed, but you have the key to open it. And it's, yeah, you can go out and have a look around and see what you see.
Is that hang on, sorry. Is that Axel's fucking pipe wrench? Is that what that is?
What?
Everybody look at Caleb's camera, okay? Like we're over here doing dumb shit to each other while you guys are talking, and he holds that up and like puts it on his shoulder. And he's like, "Hi ho, hi ho."
Bang bang. Axel Silverhammer.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Nice.
sorry to pull away from
No.
the campaign.
Right on.
Axel
It's a very-
Silver Pipe Wrench.
It's an important tool.
What do you use that?
No Beatles fans. Okay.
Ryan just shows up with
Yeah,
a hard
no. I get Maxwell Silverhammer. Good
Axel
job.
Pipe. No, thank you. I got my validation. I'm out. See you.
I love
That
it
is an
whenever
excellent
something's
pipe
so
wrench.
great
6
that I don't
inches,
hear a
right?
word of it.
If I pull what I have out next to
Now
me,
Ozzles
we
has
can
the
stand
fucking
up
battle
and
axe going.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than putting one of those on a fitting and just fucking windmilling it with your index finger. It's the best feeling in the world.
All right. So
I
as
also got a
hold on.
36. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Off track. My bad.
We have a 60 at work.
All right, food.
All right. So as you're kind of chomping along, you kind of walk down the pathway a little bit, and you kind of go back up into the perch on which you were there before, where you saw the 3 locations, and the climate of the area is actually quite chill. Like as you breathe, you can actually see your breath. And you kind of notice that on the very far horizon, the crack of the first sun starts to shine, and it's almost like a Mufasa, everything the light touches moment. And it kind of caresses into the center valley as it starts to become daylight.
Ignore that.
I will not.
Hey,
Axel, you had a really bad dream that night. And for some odd reason, like, you just, it was like you were in a battle. And your guns wouldn't fire. They were wet-locked, but you were in the middle of the desert. And you were panicking and just, like, generic losing your shit. But all of a sudden, a light of ray comes from above you and dries the water from your pistols, and you just murk everybody in the room. Then you wake up.
It wasn't water. I peed in your guns.
That's a
Goddamn
sequel to I
dream.
Spit on Your Grave. I peed in your guns.
All right, so
yeah, and then comment beside some per P.
hell yeah. So Ianthe, you're able to spot the direction that goes directly to the school fairly well. You see that there's not going to be a lot of opposition when it comes to traveling. It's going to be mostly on soft sand dunes with a little bit of extra climbing, and probably about an hour's in. It looks like through your travels, you're able to discern that's about 3 hours away.
Okay. That's all she really wanted to get was just a overview of like what the path looked like above and everything like that. So I think once she has all that information, she's just gonna check and see if the group's waking up.
Right on. So in the back of Ianthe's mind, you almost get emotional because like the actual view of this place was beautiful, and that's why you picked this location. And you're just kind of looking around, and as you kind of step down towards the staircase that leads down to the rest of the group, you look over and you can kind of see like a big shine of bright light that connects to the second part of the mountain on the left-hand side, and it's just really it gets to your heart a little bit, but then you just proceed downwards. All right, guys, everybody has now woken up, and yeah, everybody's in the room together.
My boo-boos hurt.
Wait, no, I forgot something. Orland, I need you to roll me a knowledge history check. Just give me history, all too fuck.
Man. Stop making me potentially know things.
There, you don't know
Let's
shit.
just
You
sort out the fact now I know very little about anything.
So
he does this on purpose.
You don't realize that Pretty Bird isn't with you.
Good.
Good.
Continue.
Yeah. I'll let you know that when I started playing today, I looked around and I was like, "Hey, Pretty Bird's not here," and I decided to keep that note to myself, just in case Sean was like, "Oh yeah, you're right," and then just brought him over. I was like, "No, I will not."
Indiscipline.
He is gone. As far as we know, he is gone.
Well, he didn't die, but he was in really bad shape after the combat we went through in there.
Oh, he got super fucked up.
We left.
Yeah.
He definitely got his asshole lifted a few times. Right on. All right, so right now your guys are about, I want to say, 5 hours to 30-degree weather, and the trip will take you about 3.
All right, where are we going?
We're going to that building.
Sounds like we should have left an hour earlier.
So what they ended up realizing, Jack, was that the only source of food in the nearby area was near that building, and apparently there's a large supply of boar that could like get food rations up quite a bit.
Okay, or we could go to this. There was also a vegetarian oasis thing, but we decided that that's lame.
Yeah, the bang for the buck wasn't worth it.
Well, I mean, meat's got protein. That's more important.
I'm following the lady that's lived in the desert for 30 years, okay? She seems to know how to fucking do this. She's done it for 30 years.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's the thing. That's the thing.
She's not dead yet, so she's got to be doing something right.
Right.
So, Ianthe, you're just off in the corner and you're hearing this innate babble between all the different members, and you're just like, oh, what have I done?
Yeah, the stress is weighing on her quite heavily. She can take care of herself, but other beings and stuff like that is not usually her forte. But it's weighing on her heart pretty heavily because she's not the type to just let people not have food or water either. But she kind of just breaks up the babble and she's like, "So we're good?"
So, yeah, we're gonna go with you. Yeah. I'm coming with you.
Yep.
I don't know what the rest of these guys are doing, but I'm coming with you.
So she goes to the door and unlocks the door and heads out.
All right, is it everybody following?
Yeah.
Right on. So as you guys take off, you guys follow the landscape in a downward location. Down the mountainside, on the opposite side of the hill that you came up when you first arrived here, the travel goes pretty easily. You notice that, like, as for every step you take, there's probably about an inch or two's worth of sand that comes on top of your boots, so it kind of makes it a little difficult to travel, but at least the heat isn't there.
So what you're saying is for every step we take, there's an inch or two.
Of sand that goes above your boots. Yes, I don't.
Nobody listens to police.
I don't.
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways, so as you guys keep going, you guys
can't do it all the time.
Yeah, as you guys continue along, you guys end up seeing this in the distance. So you've traveled. You're about 2.5 hours into the walk, and this comes over the hill as you approach. On the right-hand side of this building, you notice that there's a downward slope that seems to go to the back of the building, but then there's some kind of a cave entrance beside it. And on the left-hand side, it looks like it's just pure sand and rock, completely blocking terrain.
So it's
the
like
building
collapsing into the sand, but it looks like there's a way in on the right side of the building where it's kind of
dipped down
fallen
underground.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
Did they notice any wild game?
Yeah.
Upon
I would get.
I don't care about a cave. I need a boar.
All right. I will get you all to roll perception checks, please.
Yeah.
And 4?
I can't wait to see 7 perception checks.
Oh, 10.
Some of us are pretty decent at perception.
25.
How about the turtle with the +9 to perception or whatever it is?
Yeah. So the eyepiece that fucking the turtle is wearing gives him +2 to perception.
He hasn't even rolled yet. There it is.
Ha! I win.
All right. So.
And he rolls with advantage now. Crazy.
Yeah, as long as he does, if he does a perception check in daylight, he gets stupid bonuses. But
I thought it was nighttime. Isn't that the whole point?
No.
That was the whole point of traveling at night, was so that it was not.
No,
hot
it's so
in
the
daytime.
sun didn't kill you. It had nothing to do with the eye.
Well, there's a 30.
Yeah, but you just said if he rolls it in daylight, it's nighttime. I thought that was the point.
I thought it was
Do
daylight.
not.
No,
I thought our plan
it's
was
We're
to
leaving
go.
at-
like the sun is coming up. The sun is technically up. It's just not warm enough to be considered daytime.
Because you said the best time to leave was between dusk and dawn. I thought the entire trip was supposed to be between dusk and dawn.
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
this was
Just the
supposed
time to
be a
leave.
I thought this was supposed to be a nighttime adventure. Because then now we have to worry about going back in the hot heat.
No,
We
it's
just hang out here.
I guess, yeah, we can hang out
that all
here.
makes perfect sense.
But yeah, I
got 5 days
definitely
ration
thought
told
this
me.
was supposed to be a sleep during the hot and go out during the night kind of adventure. That was my understanding. But
Yeah, that's
maybe
what we
I'm-
did. We left in the morning.
Like when
And
the
he
sun
said
was
it-
still down, it would take you 3 hours to get there, and sun up would be in
Yes.
5.
The way that you
Completed.
described it was that it was going to be like 16 hours of night. I thought that was when we were traveling.
No,
I thought
no,
that
no,
was
no,
an
no,
entire
no, no.
8-hour period.
No, you were about 9 hours from daylight. 9 or 10 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
No problems. All right, what the fuck was I? Oh yeah.
There's a cave and we're looking for boars.
Yes. Okay. So for everybody that rolled above a 20, what you guys hear is thousands and thousands of tiny little explosions that seem to fill the air around you, but then you come to realize that it's actually the footsteps of many creatures.
Hear that too?
That didn't sound good.
Everybody else heard what smash that was.
That
sounded like
Caleb dropped a beer bottle.
Yeah, that sounds like a Corona bottle specifically.
Right? An empty one.
Good lord, that sounds like a pig fainting.
Well, I guess, yeah, we'll warn the group.
Did I hear anything special?
We're not alone.
Well, that's
Everybody-
the whole point. We don't want to be alone. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
no,
eat
but-
whatever's here.
There's stuff nearby, so shut your loud mouth or you'll scare them all away.
I'm gonna piss in your guns next.
Bring it.
All right,
I will-
so
I
I
will
want to
eat your
start
dreams.
scouting after talking shit to this fucking creature.
Use you.
Talking to this guy. Assuming it's a guy. Could be a toaster.
I taught the toaster how to feel love, guys.
Goddamn attack toaster right there.
Attack toaster.
You know what they say: keep your friends close and your enemies toaster.
Holy fuck.
Show
Judging by
yourself
how you
out,
went down the
stage
well,
left.
he's Spider Cat.
All right. Anyway,
I'd be
I
the
wanna
one that
scout
yanks you with the big
by-
hook. Just like, nope, you're gone.
I want to scout for animals in which I can shoot with my 4x4 with a string on it.
Right on. As you're taking a look around the sides of the building, you can notice that there's quite a large gap from the back end of this building to where it rests. And you actually notice that it's a large cliff face that goes out. It almost looked like this fell angled deep into a sunken hole. It seems like the only progression forward is underneath the side of the building that goes into an open area.
He got disconnected, so he probably missed all of that.
That's okay. I said it once.
It'll just happen.
Everything pooped
So-
itself.
It did. Hey, fuck you. Ha.
Okay. You found out that there's a cliff and a building sinking into a hole.
Did I find any animals? That's what I was searching.
No.
Well, I guess I'm going to the hole, and I'm going to set up maybe a couple snares or something right there with my rope and my pythons and stuff.
Right on. So just outside of the area so that if anything gets out, it'll run into the traps kind of deal? Yeah, 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you with the, we'll say just for laughable reasons that you actually had something to make a trap from in your inventory. And I'll get you to just roll me a survival check. Try to beat a DC of 15.
Sean, my map is still the house, but I see on your stream that we're at a different map.
Yes, don't watch my stream, fucker. It's cheating. The fuck you doing? The fuck you doing? All right, well, here you go. Since Victor's already seen it, everybody else might as well.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm literally trying to support everyone. I'm trying to support the team. I literally have it open so I can see your camera as well. That is the only reason.
Gotcha. Anyway,
Well,
so
I don't think this tell us much. Our tokens are on a map. Hooray!
The screen is so small that I can't see it. I literally have it so that you are.
I have my resolution on it turned down to as low as I can, so I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, I literally just want to see Sean on camera as well because that's the whole point.
Wait, you guys are looking at each other on camera all the time? I'm usually in the program.
Yeah, right. Same.
I'm usually looking at all of you
Those are
guys.
fucking creepy.
I'm actually making faces at Caleb.
Yeah, I got two screens going on here.
All right. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Sean,
Yeah.
you're the
Did we
boss.
have our
What are
own
we doing?
track?
all right. So as you guys enter the room that Victor saw through clairvoyance and metagaming, you guys are all hauled at the same time into this little area.
Okay.
Shit! I just saw that I was my screen was different.
Anyway, so if you guys, can
Sorry.
you guys see your tokens?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody can see their
Well,
tokens.
Victor, you cheated, so now we're gonna get killed by something. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Good job, Victor.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll fucking,
You're gonna come across another,
All right.
you're gonna
do
come
it
across
again.
another chest that's just gonna kill you.
This is the last time I try and watch Sean's stream and support.
How dare we support him?
Yeah, fuck you,
Sean, why does your shit look different than everybody else? I fucking wonder. Anyway, so we're here now. It's all right. I need everybody to roll a d20.
No. I give up. If anybody rolls an even, Victor dies.
Everybody rolled even except for one person.
Yeah, me.
All right, so I'm going to start with Steve. Steve, as you guys enter this area, you can actually smell the scent of game, fucking really badly in this place. You can smell a lot of almost like a feces sort of
nesting
smell,
area.
kind of. And as you kind of take 1 or 2 steps out of the cave and to look around, you are met with this. Just give me 1 second.
This isn't responding.
Layers.
Is
I
it
can't
dark in here?
Bam. All right, you take a step out and you see 2 large tabaxis sitting next to a fire. They look like they got a little encampment station going on here.
So nobody else sees these people yet?
Nope, just you.
I'm going to motion to Ianthe.
All right, so Yanthi, you see this big lumbering thing do kind of like a military, like, get the fuck over here, there's something up here.
She nods and she just steps forward over there and takes a look. She doesn't really say anything, she just looks.
Okay, as you take a look over, you notice, I'm going to give you do a perception check for me, Yanthi. Bam. Exit mask mode. Perfect. Now I don't have to worry about ruining it. All right, so
Nice.
although you don't recognize who that is, you do recognize what they represent, and this is actually one of the Tabaxi clans that like to sell wares in different locations. They're like traveling merchants.
Mhm.
And you can see that there's two of them, and they seem to have a large chest in behind, and off to the left, you notice that there's some kind of a hovering wood thing. I'm going to get you to roll a Knowledge Arcana.
Hovering wood.
I found a
All
flesh
right.
wand last
You're
night
not
that we
quite
have
sure
up.
what you're looking at, but you see this long board that seems to be just hovering in midair. It's got like crossed stitching that goes across the middle of the board. You don't really know what it's used for, but it really perks your interest.
Do they see her?
Nope, they're just chilling. They look like they're cooking fish and stuff. Like, it looks like they're just chilling.
Are these friends or foe?
I'd say neither. I'd say they could be either.
Do you think there's enough valuables in that chest to
Oh, for
outwit-
sure. We're gonna get
outwit
that.
the- Okay, cool. Bet that's all I needed to hear. And I'm gonna point to Axel and Taladri, and like kind of motion, be like, "Hey, we about to fuck."
This is a good campaign.
Can I?
Not when
stealth check
Hunky's
to hide
involved.
them?
Yeah, right.
Every problem is solved by murder.
It's not
Murder and
murder. It's
Murder and
intimidation.
stealing.
I don't have to steal it.
Yeah, you don't have to steal it. But it's gonna be ours.
Right. I can just. How do I put this?
Permanently borrow it.
Right. I can advise them to give me their stuff because it's easier that way. It's for the greater good of the realm if you give me everything you own.
There is a certain logic to that, I suppose.
What's your logic?
My logic? I'm just along for the ride. It's not Westra's turn yet.
Oh shit, I thought that was all RP. Jesus
It
Christ.
can be. You know what, Jack? Let it be RP. Go ahead. What do you think Wester would do in this situation?
Westra would be like, basically like, why am I here? This sucks. I miss, having a nice place to sleep where it's not, super dry and having to scavenge for food and drink and, oh man, like all these mysteries and stuff. I'm in over my head. This is annoying. Why am I even here?
Ianthe just starts like massaging her temple.
I just imagine Westra's one of those TikTokers that's just never happy. It's just like
One of
then-
those TikTokers.
Yeah.
An
And
influencer.
Nikolai,
Yeah,
Nikolai lifts his little cat paw
fucking.
and just kind of swats at your face.
She hasn't
Like,
even
what?
gotten to the worst part. She's probably turning into some weird snake monster, and like, man, her whole life's just been like completely ripped upside down.
Yeah, we're well past that. if you know of a place with nice fancy beds and lots of food, then you should have said something when we were looking for ideas.
See, she would have, except, she was on this airship that she had to get on that she didn't want to, and she met all these weird people that she didn't want to, even though that turtle guy is kind of cool. And then it's
Relatable.
just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Life is weird.
Life is weird.
Life is weird. Yeah.
So Ianthe just kind of takes a look over at that. Fuck.
At that fuck over there.
Yeah, at that fuck over there. And kind of just nods like, well, so are we gonna fucking do this shit or what?
You want some fuck?
Well,
This is
lead the
this
way.
is perhaps a metagame question, but does the like panther person token mean we're looking at like an actual panther person hanging out with all this merchant stuff there?
Yeah, so there's 2 of them. There's 2 tabaxi, and like there's only a picture of one just to know what they look like.
Okay,
But it looks to be like a shop.
perfect. I'll stop interrupting. Go ahead.
It looks like a shop.
Shop.
Could Ianthe? Oh wait, never mind.
Well, let's roll this bitch.
It's no way to talk about
Smash and
another
grab.
character.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You said that there was 2 tabaxi over there. Now there's gonna be a 3rd one, and I'm just gonna walk up and give a very commonly universal tabaxi greeting, whatever that might be.
Above head.
Yeah, I walk up and I
tail goes
lift,
up.
yeah, I lift a little cat paw and I stick in the face with it a couple times, and he does the same to me. Yeah. Walk
Other
up,
cultures
little
are
sniff,
weird.
and just have.
Well, don't fuck it up, Victor.
All right, as you take a step forward, the 2 cats peer in towards your general direction. Their demeanor seems pretty far out for randomly meeting another tabaxi out in the wild. They both stand up and brush off the sand from where they were sitting while they were cooking meat, and they go, "Ah, potential customers, Jem. What do you think?" And the other tabaxi comes across, just kind of in a coiling motion around that one, says, "I don't know, Smokey, but I feel a bit of coin in our pocket."
Do we have some like Saturday Night Live Hans and Franz shit going on with these 2?
So I hope you enjoy this, fucking Brian, because this is for you.
Perfect.
We are
what are you guys-
Siamese, if you please.
What are the 2 of you doing out here?
We're here to, I don't know, assist with alignable endeavors, I suppose. What do you think? Well, I'm just here for the coin. And you kind of see him slither back towards the chest.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, they sound like they're speaking
Envisioning
my
this
language.
guy is like the gay dude from Kids in the Hall.
Oh my.
Oh, George Takai?
You know, Jack's got it. No, Jack's got it. The one from Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, no, but I heard "oh my," and that's what.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
We like
I
roll
didn't
a
know.
perception check to see
Yeah.
if their intuition, like if their intents are genuine or
Yeah,
if they're
like
up to no good.
just
If
by
you-
talking to them.
Would you like
Are
to
they just
join the conversation?
Yeah. She's up in there.
All right, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Can I do it as well since I'm?
Sure, why not? Steve, if you want one too, go ahead.
Steve just wants to fucking kill them.
We know that.
Make them alivened. Yo, I think these guys are the coolest people.
Right on. So, Nikolai, you believe that these people will steal your soul for no reason? And
Oh,
Ianthe,
really, I got that much insight? I just thought I trusted these people.
and Ianthe, you can tell that these people are only focused on gold and have no other ulterior motives. All they care about is gold.
Are they considered beast or animal?
They're humanoids that look like cats.
Okay.
They're exactly what my race is.
Except they're not vampires.
Except for they're not undead with fangs.
Well, they still have fangs, sort of.
Spider cats.
All right,
Yeah, they're
Oh my god.
Wester, I need you to
I
roll me a
killed
perception
Kote.
check, please.
Okay.
Vamp spider cat.
All right, as you're taking a look around in the area, you can actually see a little bit further down.
Okay.
You can actually see that the pathway leads off to the right.
That's pretty much what I was trying to accomplish. Yep.
Very good. All right, anything from Axel, Geladri, or Ortolan? Anybody want to
No,
take?
I'm just holding.
Just hold in case shit
Borderlands
dips.
laughing his piss off.
Kote can't breathe right now.
I'm good. I'm good. So
Right on. So what?
I
one of
rolled a perception check to see if I can see any animals.
I'll get you to roll another one. All right, so as you take a look around, Brian, you can actually see that there's large mass footprints that go from the location of the cave entrance you're in that go in the direction further into the area. You can see quite a bit of it. You can see damages that are like slice marks on the sides of the rocks that go in this cone of a fucking dungeon.
Something big. I hope it's edible.
I don't think anything that's going to be leaving sharp, jagged cuts on rock is going to be super edible. Or it's going to be delicious with melted butter.
Well, let's hope it's the second one, because if it's that big, that solves our food problem for a while.
All right, Axel or Ortolan, what are you guys doing?
I'm hanging. I'm hanging back.
Just chilling?
Across the situation.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we're having a really fucking esoteric conversation that nobody else is in on.
very good. All
We're
right,
making fast friends.
so Jem steps to the side and says, "Come, would you view my wares?"
Hell yeah.
All right, so as you guys take a step forward, you notice that one of the cats scurries back to the chest and opens up, and it's completely filled to the brim with hunting gear. So you have bows, arrows, and traps.
That's useful stuff for us right now.
Bertolin's looking a little scornful as a monk. He frowns upon material possessions beyond the basic necessities.
Yeah, none of this means shit to me either.
Oh, there it is. I'm going to buy more hunting traps.
Okay, so the way it's going to work is it's going to be 25 gold per trap. And
Where
you
do you
can
see how much-
only
I'm going to buy 3.
you're only going to be able to carry 2 at a time. Just because of their sheer size. If you want to buy some.
Okay, what about the one I've already got then?
I'm going to roll a D100 to answer your question. All right, your other one is a smaller version of, it's like a metal trap. These ones are kind of made out of bone and wires. So yours is probably the more technologically superior one. So you'd probably want to hold on to that one too and just get one of the other ones. That one is superior to the ones that you're buying.
Buy one of those and a bow and 2 quivers of arrows.
Okay.
Actually, wait, how much is a bow and an arrow?
So the bow is going to be 25 gold, and it has increments of 10 arrows for 5 gold apiece.
I'm going to buy 2, 5, 50, 5 sets of arrows.
Okay.
25.
Very good. And just make sure to adjust that in your gold and write that all in your inventory. If you don't have a bow in your inventory already, I will get you one before we proceed to the next area. Because I think I have to literally look up a bow and drop it in your inventory for it to be there. So
Same with the bite. Too.
Yeah. So is there anybody else making any purchases?
So Ianthe doesn't really care to make a purchase from anything from the chest, but she does make a notion towards the floating wood thing, and inquire, like her eyebrows kind of raise at that, and she's, what you got there?
You can kind of see Smokey, who is kind of tending the fire, kind of looks back in your direction and gives you like a creepy grin. And from a lick from left to right of his mouth, he kind of goes, "Oh, you wouldn't want one of those. Those are special." You can kind of see him start to rub his hands together. And he goes, very well. You're coming up, Westra. Cool.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of thing that like gets her very intrigued when there's like some sort of unknown thing.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want one of those, and she's just like,
I'll take 2.
What is it that I don't want one of?
And he explained. He kind of. So Smokey kind of takes a step around it, step around the fire, and he goes to one of the platforms and he grabs a hold of one and brings it back. He says, "This is a means of transportation." And he kind of flicks it up into the air so it kind of does like a kick flippy motion. And when it hits the ground, he rubs his hands across the side, and you notice that the bottom of the piece of wood starts to glow purple. And he jumps onto it, and it's a mode of transportation.
Some Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah, so kind of imagine almost like a tombstone.
How many are there?
Oh, there's a bunch.
I want to look around and see if I see anybody else besides these 2 people.
Sure. Go ahead.
Not every problem need be solved by violence.
I'm not trying to solve it by violence yet.
Yet.
Yeah, there's nobody around except for these 2 and maybe a couple of birds flying around overhead. Oh, and I guess I should kind of describe this to you guys. When you guys look up, you're actually looking at the bottom part of the house, and it's about 40 to 50 feet up.
How much are these hoverboards?
Says, these things are quite expensive, probably 800 or 900 gold apiece, but the price may be lowering, despite advantages, wouldn't you say? And he kind of looks over to his brother.
7 of them. That's the best you can
Like
get.
a leprechaun getting fucked in the ass.
Sorry, what did you say, Honky?
I'll give you 100 for 7 of them.
So you know what somebody's face looks like when they drink something really tart? That's kind of what happens. That's what happens to his face when you even mention the 100 gold. And it physically, you can actually see Jem in the back just start to violently hack up a furball. No, that will not do, but I don't know. We could lower the prices if you helped us, though.
I'm going to reach over and grab a fistful of these hoverboards and put $100 on the table.
Okay, show me where you move to. Let's start there.
Where are the boards at?
Okay, so move your token.
Right here? These are the boards?
No, they're let's say they're up over here. On the other side of the fire.
Okay, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start looking at one.
Okay. You can kind of see that Jem is still talking to the group, but Smokey's very keen on you.
That's fine. I'm going to see if it'll hold me, if one will hold me.
Well, as you reach out, you kind of grab a hold of one of the boards, but nothing really happens.
Well, these things are fucking broken. Why in the hell would I pay you full price for these?
Says, "Oh, well, are you sure it's broken? Let me see." So Smokey kind of walks over and holds his hand out.
Well, my hand it to him.
Okay, he grabs a hold of it and he kind of runs his fingers across the side of the board and it starts to hue purple. He's like, seems to work fine to me. And then he rubs his finger back on it and it goes back to an inert object.
I'm going to grab one and rub my finger on it and see if I can get it to turn on.
Yeah, I'll get you to do, I don't know, roll a d20. We'll see what happens. All right, so as you kind of rub your fingers towards the side of it, you notice that there seems to be kind of like interweaving fabrics that go on the inside of the board. So even though like the husk of the board itself kind of looks wood, it kind of has metal edgings around the outside of it. And you can kind of see that they're somewhat magic in nature.
Whoops. I didn't mean to click on that. My bad.
Oh, fuck. I should make you do that. That'd be funny.
Did you just charm this guy?
You can already see where my brain's going, but yeah.
I'm going to notice that West is starting to do her little snake dance, and I'm just going to keep this guy distracted, like talking to him, and like that's going to be the rest of my turn is trying to like haggle this man down on these prices. But like, man, the best I can do is like 15. Like you can see these are used. Like you probably scavenged these from somewhere. These aren't even artisan, man. These were made in a factory.
All right, so would you like deception, I guess?
Sure. How about performance?
No. I think it's going to be deception. No. All right. So as you kind of like explain yourself a little bit, like for like the first 3/4 of what you're saying, like Smokey's like on you going, yeah. And then you finish the conversation by saying the appropriate amount and he just goes, no.
No.
And this time Jem comes over and says, again, we still may be able to drop the price significantly if you give us aid. And she kind of takes the board out of your hands and places it with the other ones.
Don't you guys come with aids?
Well, I mean, Steve
dare
can
you.
give you AIDS.
Steve cannot give you AIDS. They're cats. They already have AIDS.
How dare you?
Welcome to the world of feline AIDS.
It's a real problem in our country.
I mean,
It is.
I could give you mold.
Let's see. What do I have?
I could grow
Wait,
mushrooms
hang
for
on a
you.
minute. Wait, I've got this. I've got this so hard. All right, I'm going to tie a piece of cloth with my hemp rope to the end of one of my javelins. And I'm going to start bouncing it up and down.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody got like laser pointer spell?
That's what I was looking for. I was like, I wonder if I could use my like illumination sword and a mirror and just create like a dot and be like meow 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 meow.
Best theft ever. Explaining it to the guild. So how'd they manage to take your shit? Look, they had a magic item. I don't know what happened, but it charmed me.
Stop! I have a family.
He spoke the command word of.
I'm so glad I lost control of
does
this.
Anybody have like a bag of tricks?
Laughing hurts. I'm over here trying to distract these cats, okay? So like
They're tabaxi. They're not cats.
To Steve, this is a cat, okay? Cats have cat tendencies.
They're spider cats.
I have a feeling if I go pss, 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 and had a piece of tuna, every tabaxi in there would love me.
Just
Yeah,
don't
they're spider
fall
cats.
for the trick.
Try
if they
darting
roll on their
around
back.
erratically.
I'm just gonna start shaking the spear with the thing on it and then throw it at the wall. See if I can get him to run into the wall.
Has the question of what kind of aid they need been answered?
No,
nobody
not in the
asked.
slightest.
IMP's asked like 3 times.
I can't hear you.
I think you've been muted.
Oh shit. Well, Ianthe would like to know.
Oh, thank Jesus, Freckle. Yes.
I was wondering how long you were going to let that go.
I wanted to let you guys burn yourselves out. But anyways, no, the Gem walks up to you, Anthony. He kind of says, well, it's a very fickle thing, the trade, but what we require is actually a crystal. There seems to be an elemental crystal hidden in a water source nearby. All we really need is that, and perhaps we could discuss deals on more proper terms.
And you can't swim?
Well, I can, but it's for the commoners, really. I like to keep fit and fit. Mm-hmm.
Fit and fit. That's fantastic.
Cat can't swim.
To go to a water source and
I
retrieve
am
an elemental
right
crystal?
here.
I am right here.
Yeah, pretty much, Brian, yeah.
So, tell you what, I'm willing to jump in on this, but as a preemptive point of payment, I want the biggest fucking water skin you have.
Okay. I will, let's see. All right, so you're going to notice that Jen kind of turns to Smokey and says, oh, fetch the reserves, please, my friend. And you kind of notice him go to the back of the chest, and you hear this double clicking noise that goes on for about 2 to 5 seconds, and you hear a hinge of metal drop. And he brings out this water skin that looks like it has engraved ivory that's through the threads. So it's almost like a solid water skin, but it's not like malleable like most water skins are. It's like, it looks like it has armor on it.
The
Is it almost like a gourd?
Almost. So, like, think of it as a 3-use fancy thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like,
God bless you, whoever that was.
yeah. So it's kind of like its own articulate little, like, fancy fucking water skin, and it'll house 3 uses.
I have added that in.
3 of my uses or 3 of theirs?
And I will look at them and be like, consider me in. What, like, yeah, point us to the water source.
Very good. Well, you'll have to get by the repugnants. Well, I don't know what they're called, but that's what we call them, right? And yeah, we'll just venture forth. We just retrieved water from there down to the right, probably, I want to say, less than an hour ago.
What's a repugnant?
Oh, just this little beastie.
I'm gonna need more than.
Can I roll to see if he's trying to like deceive us?
I'm not gonna recover from that. I might have to go. You nailed that one, John. Sorry. Back to Graceful.
Oh, I forgot where I was. That was great.
It hurts to laugh.
He goes, oh, just this little... Oh, well, there's more than one. I guess they all travel in such big groups. But, Jem, what is it again? What is it? Oh, the Tog. But if they don't know, well, perhaps the other one does. And Zen, I want you to roll a knowledge history check, like a history check for me.
Wait, Zen, but okay.
You actually decide that your butt smells better than air. But no, you're able to discern, you recognize the language, but you don't understand the intent behind it. But he makes the real...
Me?
Oh, I thought that was...
No, I didn't get to roll.
Oh, I'm talking to the Tabaxi. Did I say Geladria? Oh, my bad. No, I need...
No, You said Zen.
You said Zen.
Oh, good. Well, you should know I'm talking about you then.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Later.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Nikolai, can you please roll? I'm sorry, the whole little beasties thing threw it all fucking
Yeah.
off.
What am I rolling?
History.
History. Okay.
History, please. Oh, Jesus. All right, so the approximate translation from what he said from Tabaxi to common was boars.
Horse.
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 I'm bored.
Yes.
Horse.
It's a little different to catch one off
How
guard,
come
but
everywhere we
it's
go,
so
someone
difficult to
walks
actually
in
do
and has
anything
5
with
more
it.
livers.
Horse.
Has it been communicated amongst the party that there's boars?
It will be momentarily.
Okay.
Hey guys, there's boars.
All right, let's go kill some boars. I'm hungry.
You're welcome.
Bacon. Bacon. Bacon.
Let's go get some ham.
Ponyo loves ham.
All right, so we all moving on. Anybody want to buy any last minute shit? So, Brian, you're
I think Ianthe is gonna say wants to clarify how many hoverboards they're gonna get for getting the crystal.
says, "Oh, we'll be able to make a lot sale for the bulk of them."
Perfect.
Alrighty. I'm going to.
Yeah, Axel's got 10 gold, so I don't think he'll be buying nothing.
I got 90. If Axel needs something.
Nope. Carrying on.
Yeah, no. I don't need anything. I don't need a bow. Or anything.
So it was just you, Brian, who bought the bow, right?
And some arrows.
And some arrows. Okay.
Oh,
So,
and that water skin.
yeah, so I'm dropping
And
the
then you
bow.
also buy a trap?
Yeah, that's just going to be its own special thing that you'll have to keep track of. There's no actual trap that I'm giving you. But just for how many you can carry 2, you had one on you and you bought one for 25. And I'll drop the short bow into your inventory. Bloop. And then all you have to do is equip it, and it should, like with the little icon that's next to it, if you click on it to equip, you'll be able to go to your actions and see it at the top of the page. Bam, I can see it. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so that's taken care of. All right, so as everybody adventures forward, let's bring you two guys up. Everybody's going to be in the group when this happens, but you're going to take a little pit stop here for a moment.
You're a little pissed up. Right here, friend.
All right, so as you guys start to walk through, everybody can give me fucking perception checks if they wish.
What if I
Fucking
want a fucking perception check?
I wish.
17.
Just let me know who's the highest.
So far, 20.
Ianthe.
Ianthe, oh, excellent.
Hang on, I'm not done.
Aw, Runer.
Never mind, Geladri.
Fuck! I was real. Well, it's just yeah. You'll understand.
I see it all, bitch.
I was really hoping she'd got that one. All right, so in this location, as you guys kind of look up the wall, you hear the sounds of chirping lightly over the course of the air. Small little bursts of sand seem to come from far up areas as the wind kind of catches through the caves and goes through this area. And just above you is
sandbirds.
Are we talking about like chirping, like chirp, chirp, chirp? Or are we talking like your mom's a bitch?
Definitely your mom's a bitch.
Like,
all right, so
like, you saw what you dumb whore.
So up upon the cliff face, you guys notice that there's actually a large nest up there with a family of eagles. You see a mother and a father nursing probably 5 or 6 little babies, and it's up quite high. It's about 25 feet up.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Hang on a second.
America. Fuck yeah.
A moment.
Oh my god, it's that motherfucking yeah!
That really sounded like a fucking D Antwoord song.
Nice.
All right, what am I holding up for?
All right, so there's some birds up there nursing
With
some
animals.
baby birds, right?
You're gonna what, Brian?
I'm casting Speak with Animals.
Ah, I only caught half of what you said a couple of times. All right, go ahead and cast her.
Yeah, just come to save the motherfucking day, girl.
Yeah, motherfucker. So what?
Wrong
Wait.
song.
He's speaking to the Eagles. He's going to ask them to play Hotel California.
What does Don Headley have to say?
No, dude, you guys are missing the joke. Free bird.
Right
Well,
on.
this role is being done.
And be like,
What do the
Hey,
birds
but-
say, Sean?
Okay, so what would you
We
like
are
to
good,
ask? They
or-
don't seem to be like paying too much attention to you, but they're within speaking distance.
Yard
call up to
birds.
them and ask like, "Hey, can you tell us like where we're looking for some boars and a water source?"
Okay, so you kind of see like one of the giant eagles kind of looks down and it's got like a blackened kind of outline mane to the sides of his face, and you can tell it's male, and he goes, "Well, sir, I don't think you belong here. This is our neck of the woods, don't you say, Dottie?" And you see the other head pop up, and it's like a little slimmer
Dottie.
version of the bird. It's like, "Yeah, boy, don't understand why he's here. Get rid of him." And he goes, "Ah,
We
well,
don't take kindly to those who don't take kindly round up in here.
I hear, like, I better say, like, you best be moving on, son."
You must be fixing to get on about there.
But anyways, as
Yeah,
you
that's the
It's
idea.
just an
Just
8-foot
tell me where
foghorn
the water is,
leghorn.
and we'll get
I
here.
hate it.
Now listen here, boy.
But anyways, as you kind of look over, you can kind of see that the little baby head start to kind of pop up and chirp, but they're not like speaking any language. They're just making coherent noises like chicks do. It says, "Well, the water I feed the younglings is down there to the
Most
right.
chicks I know.
The water source you're looking for down there to the right, but you check it left. Very interesting. All right. I bid you good day, sir. Good day." Kind of gets back to his nil nuz, and the wife kind of gives you a long stare as her head slowly disappears from the net, like with two like feathers, like I'm watching you. And she kind of slumps
I'm
down.
gonna just like as her head goes away, I'm gonna take out one of my trail rations and be like, "Hey," and throw it up to them.
So as you kind of toss it up in the air, you can kind of see a little baby head poke up and kind of looks up. And as it reaches its arc, it barely makes it up high enough, and the little kid just snatches it out of the air, and you kind of see him disappear.
And mine.
There you go.
Right on. So you guys are staring. Okay, so I can reveal a little bit more of the map here. So now that you guys are sitting here, so what you guys see now is this.
Bananas.
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 The fuck is that?
So
Legitimate question, Sean. Ceiling height.
I think it was, what did I say it was? 60 feet? 50 feet? To get to the bottom of the building that's above the hole?
Okay, Axel's gonna be flying somewhere above the party and a little bit back from.
Okay, so you might get a little bit more view than most. Understood. All right. So yeah, I will give you this then. I can give you this part. And I can give you this.
Ginger is such a wild fucking root.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
So we'll say that.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Ginger. You're wild.
You are such a wild
root.
Right on. So as you guys proceed through this area, you notice a little bit further in, the path leads in 3 separate directions. You can see a pathway to the left that has a kind of like a staircase system built into the wall to a path that leads north, and you have a path that leads right. As you guys kind of stumble onto it, I need you all to make reflex checks.
Okay.
This isn't 4th. What does that mean? Deck save?
Deck save, sorry.
But if the distance is too simple, I don't feel cool anymore.
I don't know what I'm rolling.
So on the front of your character sheet on the
your-
right-hand side, there's your saves.
Oh.
So you'd pick out the dex one and throw it into the chat, and that would
You
be
can
your
just-
dexterity
You
save.
can just double click. You can just double click the decks. You don't have to drag it over.
Oh, didn't know that.
For saves and
Jesus, Axel,
abilities?
slow the fuck down and wait for the rest of us.
Yeah, he's in a mood.
Nope. I'm a fucking fairy.
So as you guys are standing there,
Isn't Steve?
everybody that attained a 20 or higher, you guys are unaffected by what happens, but the ground begins to shake so profusely that you like lose your balance and kind of get stuck in the sand a little bit. For everybody else, I need Ianthe, I need you to roll me a con save. Oh, and Ortholan, I need a con save from you too.
Yeah, just give me about 30 seconds. No, I'll do it myself. Hang on.
Do I need to roll anything? I'm about to step away from my PC.
I don't think so. Where was your roll? I didn't see
He didn't
him
roll the deck save yet.
He didn't make one. Yeah, you gotta roll your deck save. The trick to avoiding the DM's effects is to just not roll when he asks for it.
Yeah.
All right, no, you're fine too.
I just choose not to.
Yeah, you're good, Honky. You can step away. All right, so for everybody else, I need a con save. So there's
You'll have it in 45 seconds, sir.
Gotcha.
In
So,
other words, Cody was
Ianthe,
already away from his PC.
as you're kind of
Correct.
darting back and forward to kind of keep your balance, you kind of fall on one knee, and then several little shatters above you of parts of the building dislodge and start to land in directions all around you, but you manage to sidestep it enough to not take any damage.
Oh, this is coming from the roof?
Yes, it's coming from, like, the debris is falling from above you.
Was there anybody else that I could have like grabbed a hold of to move them out of the way?
Not at this specific time, no, unfortunately.
All right, we're con saving.
There we go. All right. Ortolan. Take 4 points of damage from falling debris.
What, fat out loud?
That's a good question. What if I don't want to?
I will paralyze your character permanently and have the party drag you wherever we need to go.
Oh, damn.
He is just a rabbit. I can put him in my pocket and just take him with me.
Perfect. So as
Just
you
like real life, when you become paralyzed, you're a burden to the people around you.
Yeah. Welcome to Steve's petting zoo, where we have a turtle, an owl, a cat.
right on. So
I'm
as
just a fairy that works the front desk.
oh god,
Right?
tech support fairy. So as you guys are doing your
my fairy cowboy's name's Axel.
all right, as you guys are taking a look down to the edge of the way, the rumbling gets stronger and stronger. No more debris falls from the ceiling, but down at the end of the alleyway, you see a large swarm of boars running in a single direction from left of the map to right and disappearing down the right-hand side. And it's a herd. I'm talking like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these fucking things. Like just roaming through at high
Let's go get 'em.
speed. So you would like to walk out into the stampede?
No.
Okay. Let's,
Yeah, can I just like pick a couple of them off and just fucking shoot
I would
them as they're running by?
like someone else to walk out. Okay, here's
yeah,
the plan.
this is up to you guys.
I will
This is how you
walk
do
up-
your shit.
I
All right, go
walk
for it.
up the,
Sorry, Victor, you're getting a
and
little
then I will walk
choppy.
down. I will walk up on the side of the cave, and then I will walk down on the.
Fuck, we're losing you, Victor.
We're losing you, Victor.
It's robotic as shit.
Yeah.
You're beat.
Is that any better?
Yeah,
A
there you
lot.
go. So
Am
what
I still beat booping?
Yep.
a little
Yep.
bit, yeah.
Ooh.
Quit downloading porn.
Turn off Steam.
No.
No, don't turn off Steam. That closes Fantasy Grounds. That's stupid. Don't listen to me.
I'll close some other shit.
All right. What would anybody else like to do while he gets that fixed?
I want to shoot an arrow.
Maybe I'll
and try
close
and
this.
down one of the fucking boards.
All right. So I'll go ahead and get you to roll.
Is that it?
What?
Is that any better?
Seems it for now.
Better.
No, it's still robotic.
Can I sneak away for 3 minutes?
Okay, I'm
Yeah, if you want to, Jack, I'll keep you informed.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay,
Just,
going for a
just
smoke.
fucking dying here. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. I think we're losing people. All right.
What do you want me to roll?
All right. So I'll get you to roll just a generic attack action.
Wow, not great.
Oh, that's definitely a hit. So what I'm going to get you to do is roll a percentile dice.
I sent what I want to do.
All right, so your arrow comes down and you can kind of see it disappear into the swarm of boars, but you actually see the arrow land on one in the hind quarter, and it's Bootner. It's Bootner still in the group as of the time you see it.
Okay. Is Mufasa, is Simba down there? That's the end of my turn.
All right, let's go. Jaladri, what's up? Like you
Sean,
guys,
can you see my message in the chat?
I want to walk up to the wall with a rope held by Steve, walk to the other side, pull it to trip them all. How would you get to the other side of them?
You can walk on the ceiling.
Okay. It's the ceiling's probably 50 feet up. And yeah, if you want to try. All right. I guess you're allowed to scurry across it. So just
I think we can hear you now, Vic.
Can you properly?
Yes.
Okay.
Decently.
Yeah. So I can move 135 feet in 6 seconds. So I want to go up to the roof, go across, down to the roof, and see if I can't make like a little tripwire to trip at least some of them, and I figure the rest of them will trip over each other.
right on. All right. So
But I don't have a lot of strength, so if this like fucking sends me flying, I won't be upset.
all
But I
right.
want to try.
So
it.
as you kind of scurry your way up the wall and you kind of attach yourself to the building that runs before it, you kind of get a better view on the rest of the area.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
So those images that are in place are actual things that show.
Oh dear. That looks bad. What are the
Would you like me to describe what you see?
I mean like I can pretty much tell. I just want to know what the little black circles with X's on them.
Oh, those are tokens of some like a point of interest.
Oh, those are locations. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're technically not supposed to be able to see them, but I fucked up.
Okay.
So as you kind of look across, you can tell that there's no real place that comes down on that direct location without getting to the wall in the very north where that green area is. Like, you can come down on that side and get to the other side, but that's as close as you can get.
Okay. What is the what is the distance from that greenish area that you're describing?
From you?
No, to that ledge.
Oh, it's all increments of 5. Every square is 5. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20.
No, but I mean height wise.
Height?
Because if from like the level we're on to the roof is 50, then I'm assuming that is less than 50.
Yeah, but imagine like the arse end of the building is in the cave. So like you're hopping onto the roof that's already on the bottom, but it's an incline up. Because that's the other side of the building, and then it would stop and go on a 45 degree to the right. So it's like you can get over there, but you would have to take a long way and kind of crawl down a wall system kind of deal.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, I guess describe to me what these fuckers are doing, because it doesn't look good.
All right, so on the right-hand side, we'll start with the circle with the 4 people at it. So there you can kind of see that there's actually only 3 people there. There's just a token to represent something. But they seem to be like looking at this engraving into the ground. It's a very derelict-looking relic that's on the ground. And as you kind of follow it up, you notice that there's an exact duplicate port all the way on the ceiling where the school is that's attached to it. And I'm going to get you to roll a knowledge. No, we're going to get you to do history check, please.
History. Wait,
Hercules.
No, me.
Histories. I'm just excited. Leave me alone.
All right, so you're able to tell that it is very much something that's used in transportation. So you kind of put 2 and 2 together, and you kind of realize like these 2 insignias are of the same mechanical device.
Oh, are they trying to put the school back onto the flat ground? Or are they the ones pulling it into the sand? Well,
anyways,
that's probably going to be it for me.
That's kind of what you see.
I'll come back.
So all you guys down on the ground kind of take a look up, and you see this fucking like slithery bastard going from rock piece to rock piece directly up, and you kind of see him getting a sight of the whole area.
Nice. I just walk up casually, like it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, my stride does not change at all. It's just like regular walking.
All right, Axel, like so this entire time the boars have been running by, but then it ceases and it calms and it goes back to normal.
Can Axel see this circle thing too, since he's flying?
No, he's still near the ground. He hasn't flown up yet, I'm pretty sure. I think you were just up and out a little bit there, Caleb. I gave him his sight early on. It unlocked like the entire bottom left quadrant of the map.
So the boars have passed by?
Yeah, so you can kind of see like now there's little scragglers running like individually.
And everybody else is kind of standing on the ground, but I'm sorry, I've forgotten Victor's character's name.
Nikolai.
Nikolai is on the other side. How is Nikolai acting right now?
That is a good question.
Probably like relatively normal. Like Victor freaked out because I saw that circle. I don't know if you can see, but it looked like they were casting some sort of scary ritual, but it looks like it's just like a magic circle. Yeah, I'm just up there trying to see if I can figure out what either like caused the stampede or just get a better look on the area. But my plan was to get the food. Like,
gotcha.
That is what
I guess I'll just double move to his position.
So just kind of like move along with him.
On the map. Yeah, I'm going to try and close the distance to Nikolai.
Very good.
I figured that I would probably
I
be
can.
about here, but on the roof. That's probably because like
All
I
right,
wanted to
hold
get
on
close.
here. Hold on here.
That was me doing a double move.
Hold on.
Since I'm supposed to be the one holding the rope on the other side.
But this is not going to work.
That hog sounds awesome.
All right, so
I don't know who's hitting that, but
so in
Good job.
5-foot increments, I need you guys to show me the path that you're walking if you're advancing from here on in.
Okay. Well, so
Okay.
I'm going. So that's 25.
Yeah, not you. You're up on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Just
and I'm
over.
up, yeah, but I just want to let you know that I'm like I wanted to be on the ceiling somewhere around this mark.
well, I just want to wherever Nikolai is, I'm just flying directly towards him because I don't
Okay,
perceive a threat.
so I'll put you there. All right.
That's
So
my double move with Tim.
5-foot increments there, Honky.
Bless you.
That?
Yeah. All right, so just stop there for a second. All right, so Honky, as you're progressing through, probably when you get to the 15-20 mark, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Alright.
Ianthe, are you advancing as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna, if you're following Honky, then I'm just gonna move him along your trail, so you get to the same point he did.
Yep, that was what I wanted to do.
Okay, anybody else want to join?
Wester will
Um,
follow at a
I'm
safer
gonna be
distance.
5 feet.
Very good. All right. So Honky,
yeah, Ortolan will move
I'll
up
be with
too.
Westra.
gotcha. All right. So now everybody can see pretty much everything now. Everybody's at no disadvantage. All right. So as you guys proceed, Honky, through so your perception was 10. So you kind of notice that the sand along the ground on which you stand is very different from the sand that was previously in the beginning area. You can kind of see large left to right swirls that seem to be indentations in the sand to see that something has passed by here recently. You can easily identify the hooves of the boars, but this is something a little bit different. And as you get to the 25-foot mark, I need you to roll me a reflex check. So it's going to be a dexterity save, please. Very good. And I also need that from anybody who was following in close proximities. That'd be Ianthe and who? Was it just you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Ianthe, I need you also a dex save.
19.
Very good. All right, so as both of you kind of look towards the same direction, there seems to be a large sandstone obelisk that was kind of built into the wall to your right-hand side in the grassy area, and you just see this big slab of sandstone pop up almost like a manhole cover, and then a giant claw come out and come towards you. Fucking Ianthe, you notice the danger coming, and you take a sliding glance step to the left. Honky, you're kind of Steve is kind of hit in the center, and I'm going to get you to take 4 points of damage, and the claw then recedes and slams shut.
There's something underneath the sands here. That's bad.
What the hell was that?
So from everybody that so I want Jaladri, I want Westra, and I want Ortolan to roll me perception checks. Okay, so Jaladri, whenever the cap of this thing popped up, you were able to identify a couple of small pincers from within the center of the void that kind of caught a little bit of light. Westra, you were able to notice that the arm that came out was very carapaced, seemed to be made of chitin. And Mr. Ortolan, you identify this thing to be a giant fucking scorpion.
Oh, Well, guys, the scorpion, says Orlan.
Everybody roll initiative. And I don't know.
With that, I actually have to piece.
Well, that's what I was thinking. This would be a good stepping off point if anybody wants to take a break. But I'm still willing
actually, it's getting pretty late here.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and I got to work in the evening, so I do have to jet. But I will be available tomorrow after 11, provided. What was I supposed to do? There was something I was supposed to... Oh, I might be playing Elden Ring with Ben after work, actually, tomorrow. I forgot about that.
Elden Ring? Come on, man. Play D&D with us.
Oh, yeah, but still, Elden Ring. We started a bow build. Each of us did a bow build, and now we're going through it together. I love that game. Game's great. I just had to take a long hiatus from it.
Yeah, how far are you guys? Can I join you?
We're level 45. We did this. Anyways, we'll talk about this after the stream's over. But, yeah, so whenever we get back, the next time we play, guys, we will be doing this combo. Now, for anybody who doesn't really get how this works is, for example, if half of you don't show up next time, that fight's still going to progress, but I have different scales of each of that depending on how many players show up. So that's how it's going to work. So if only 3 of you show up, it's going to be a challenge rating probably 3.
A lot lower.
Yeah, I wouldn't give you a 4 because there's not 4 of you there. But, like, you know what I mean? But, like, if everybody shows up again, this thing's going to be a fucking nightmare to deal with. So I hope you all show up.
That sounds fun. Let's do it. Yeah.
Nobody show up tomorrow. I'm just going to do it by myself.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a little scorpion that you could just step on.
I one-shot it.
I'll be here tomorrow night. Tough shit.
All right, guys.